was for make any students them anyway for make or the confusion on the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, radio to media. Radio to media. We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Freddy, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
True big and not any neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. Radio to media. Radio to media. Radio to media. Radio to media. Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Do pony kuya radio station organ not about do me video on Truth Radio 103.9 FM.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Mina Yusuf Ujalo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Natu de las.
Salon Nawion indeed. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from wherever you're watching us, listening to us. Good morning and welcome. It's a bright, beautiful Thursday morning. It's 6:35 from Freetown. I don't know what the time is presently in the US, in the UK, in Australia, in China, in Finland, in Zimbabwe. But good morning. If you're in the afternoon, good afternoon. If you're in the evening, good evening. And welcome, and welcome. It's a beautiful morning. You know, it rained heavily yesterday. Yesterday night, the rain be heavy, man, and be every man the day we get for wheat for silly, the rain see small. But this morning, it's not raining. People are out. Everybody are going about their business and they're hustle. But good morning to everyone. Good morning. Alhamdulillah. Sleep and wake. It's a blessing to be alive, and it's a blessing to be healthy. It's a blessing to be able to move around and do what you want to do. It's a blessing to go to your place of work. It's a blessing to still be at your place of work. So we say Alhamdulillah, tell Allah thank you, and good morning and welcome to Truth Radio on FM 103.9. We're on Facebook and YouTube as well. And welcome we online community. We people in the diaspora, people in the provinces where they listen to we. And hopefully very soon we go get some partnership with some radio stations them, you know, Usai, we hopefully then go to broadcast the program, especially this flagship program. So we people in the regions, the communities them go begin for Yeriwi. But for now, they want to connect to we from Falaba, from Mongo Bendugu, from Samaya Bendugu. They want them from Pujeung. Me party then get Zimi. If you in a Zimi, you know, we're near the border. All good morning and welcome. All good morning. I know that they watch we through social media, through Facebook and YouTube. It means a lot for you buy your data and go online just for watch we. So they say thank you and good morning to una all, and una welcome. Una welcome. Una thank you for the with we. It's a blessing that you know, people go believe in you, trust you, and they wait for listening to you. I talked to somebody in the US yesterday, late at night. They tell me how he has to wake up very early in the morning just to be part of the devotion. That is, we're building a movement. Like drink coffee quick, please. We're building a movement. This is a citizens movement. A citizens movement. This is not just any other radio program or media program. It's a movement we're building of informed citizens. Usai, the citizens and go forget the information. Usai, we go talk to ourselves. Fam will talk, tell ourselves true about we responsibility, we roles, and how for all people who they put in a public office accountable. Yeah, that's what we're building. This is not just one radio program we listen, it don't go. No, that is why if you watch we social system, we try for produce content frequently. Let you know if you miss the show, the highlights them, you go get them. We're building a movement of patriotic and good citizens. We understand the roles and responsibilities, and as well, irrespective of other than the support, they understand, say, they get a responsibility for ask questions. You're not an enemy of the state, ask questions, support government for succeed, but still hold them accountable because they don't put themselves forward for serve you. The power is with you. Now you get the power. You know, you're the people. Lord take prayer. Good morning. Mina Amadou Lambrana Ba, and with the broadcast live from my studios, na Ilcots, na Freetong. Very, very, accessible place and very easy for Sabi. Fikaya. Very easy for Sabi. Let's start with prayers. We are people that we believe in Allah, we believe in God in everything we do, anything we do. We believe, say, God for guide we, in presence for day with we. If not bad, we for pray. If not good, we say Alhamdulillah. People that we sick, people that we get problem, the one that we find married, the one that we find job, the one that we want travel, the one that we they look for make their life better. We they join for pray that Allah provide and add desires for them. We leaders them, we presidents, members of parliament, cabinet ministers, people who they work for government. Then they own a good, they get good people in our government, people who they sacrifice, people who get this country at heart. They can join with religious leaders them for pray, let Allah guide and protect them and give them the strength for continue for do the good things that we then they do. Let's start with the prayer. Will they come back and continue the devotion, do the roll call, talk about the issue of the day, the principal address to the nation. We'll talk about land today back. We'll get land issues there. We'll talk about that. Then we'll get guests today for talk about the judiciary. But continue for watch and stay with you. We'll start with prayers this morning. May Allah be with all of us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We start with prayer with the leaders them in this country. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let Allah protect and guide them. Let Allah let them continue for do the good work with them they can do, inshallah. All the leaders them go to the educational sectors. All the big man in this country, everybody we try and this country with the ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let Allah protect and guide them. So inshallah, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من جحد البلاء والدرك الشكاء وسوء القضاء والشماتة الأعداء اللهم إياك نعبد ولك نصلي ونسجد وإليك نسعى ونحفد نرجو رحمتك ونخشى عذابك إن عذابك الجد بالكافرين ملحقا سلام سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والصلاة والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Papa God in heaven, we tell you thank you, Daddy. You say in everything, oh God, let we give thanks and praise with a heart full of gratitude. Lord, for return the glory to you. Papa, we tell you thank you. We tell you thank you for our nation, Sierra Leone. We tell you thank you for the gift of life. We tell you thank you, Lord, for your grace and mercy upon your lifestyle. Papa, anything, oh God, Daddy, where they destroy the youths and lifestyle. Father, we call upon your name this day. Take them away, oh God. For the youth and the future leaders of this nation, Papa, we call upon your name this day. Anything where they destroy their lifestyle, oh God, Father, destroy that thing in the mighty name of Jesus. Take them away in the name of Jesus. Lord, destroy drugs. Anything, oh God, where they destroy their lifestyle, where they make today, then they die. Papa, take them away in the mighty name of Jesus. Heavenly Father, we pray, oh God, that we lead as them. You go use them, oh God. Let them know that now you they give promotion. The word of God said promotion, you know, they come out from the west, south, north, east. But they come out from above. And now you they give promotion. Oh God, touch them, oh God. Use them, oh God, for your glory. That this nation will go team up and return the glory to you in Jesus' mighty name. Heavenly Father, above all, we say the word of God. We say the fear of the Lord. Papa, without you, oh Lord, we're not going to do anything. Even the breath of the breathe today, now you, now the gift of life from you. We call upon your name this day, that the fear of God, it will take over this nation, Sierra Leone, in the mighty name of Jesus. We pray this day, oh God, that the fear of God, it will supersede evil, now Sierra Leone, in the mighty name of Jesus. We pray, oh God, that let the fear of God take over the children, take over the youth, take over the men, take over the women, take over the leadership of this nation, in the mighty name of Jesus. For in Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Everything God have do, they will never still the vibe. Manpower ain't got no medicine, they can never kill the vibe. You better want to know nobody in your hand, so always keep the vibe. Manpower not for God power. If it's ready, I tell us in a lie. That you should not expire. If it's ready, I tell us in a lie. Manpower not for God power. If it's ready, I tell us in a lie. That you should not expire. If it's ready, I tell us in a lie. Mr. Bright make me prospect the show. I've been here for 4 years, but my success the show. Bona Samsa, you must like the show. That's the reason we are absent, they must next the show. Now the power with the up, be the master planner. Follow Uno Wood, make a follow master planner. Don't ya, I don't son me the master planner. Selassie, I just say the rest la planner. Manpower not for God power. If it's ready, I tell us in a lie. That you should not expire. If it's ready, I tell us in a lie. Manpower not for God power. If it's ready, I tell us in a lie.
God, manpower, not to God power. Anything where they happen to we, not to God the day. We left them to Allah. Now we pray to, now we believe in, now in the guide we. If not good, we say Alhamdulillah. If not bad, say Subhanallah and pray to him for intervention and guidance and protection as well. And you know, one say thanks to the religious leaders them for them prayers. You know, prayers for young people, for the youths, you know, youths them way into drugs. So I think so for the talk about every day. We as people, we shouldn't forget about it. The drugs and we communities them. We communities them. We know the people the way they do them, you know they carry them, you know they sell them, you know they benefit from them. They see them. They see them. They watch the town hall where then do na McKinney, the Civic Day series where the Ministry of Information and Civic Education do. And the member of parliament from that side, the Honorable Ibrahim Barry, raised concern about rehab center. How the North Noge rehab center. And drugs is everywhere. It's everywhere. You know, he talk about how now people, them individuals, them they provide that service for a lot of young people. They turn Bombali district they way into drugs. We don't normalize this thing. We see the boys, we laugh at them, We think it's cool, it's normal, clean salon, dance and tonobo. We think it's normal something. Oh, our young people, the future of this country, they destroy before we. And it's not only with that one the way they on that bridge in Juba or Congo Cross or other places. Go to schools. You'll be surprised to know how dogs they na schools them. Colleges you say now people who don't pass 18 after over 18 they go to schools, both private and public schools. The other day the Minister of Internal Affairs here was talking about it and how the people who they trade now then school then they sell them. It don't become so accessible to we picking them, we young people them, and the worrying part now how the picking them they involve into this. And we as parents and get responsibility. You need for what you picking. You know how you picking talent before you go to secondary school. If you begin change how they behave and all of that, raise some concern. Raise some alarm. Check them. Go to the school. Check. Look the party the way they keep. Look the party the way they keep. It's alarming. It's alarming. We're just not shouting about it because we want for shout about them, but it's alarming. It's a serious issue where we all for pay attention to. We all need for pay attention to the abuse of drugs, the accessibility of drugs in this country. No, people say drug abuse is not unique to Salone, it's everywhere. Me, I can say always, na Salone midday. Now, yeah, I care about. Other people and get their own way. Their citizens can raise concerns about what is happening in their country. For me, I care more about what happens here. Nice. We they see young people and they die. Now, treat the mayor, they talk about over 100 people and from January, we don't die just this year. It's alarming. It's alarming. We will get to a point where, and let God save we from that, where this will be a big social problem. We're going to be very difficult for handle. It's at a stage where, in the fire brigade approach, now it really can surprise me at how we do things. Call big town all come, Allah, talk about them, and just phase off. It goes. Everybody don't forget about time. We know people yesterday. La read something. La just show something, and I think there is this this issue. I mean, they talk about then this year. It was what happened na Eastern Akisi. Maybe then go just pull up this na the Facebook loan I see. 1 year ago, I got a Facebook reminder yesterday about something that happened 1 year ago. And I just want to talk about how we move on as people. Yesterday, I mean, they talked to Augustine. We were talking about him coming on the show. And apparently, he lost two of him brother and picking, and they one boy, one girl. Now, the building will collapse in a shell. And we were talking about how we move on as a country. We can forget about things them like they no happen no safe. Nobody cares. So, Nakisi, where that place been collapsed, one of the promises we the president be make. The president be the UK that same day. The president be saying that they do full-scale investigation. Then they launch full-scale investigation. Me go tell you already for do that story there. For even get the National Disaster Management Agency for response to it was a problem. I can authoritatively say there is no report, there is no like a report where the public say this is the findings of what happened at Shell Kisi, where that building been collapsed, and the recommendations and the wire, and at this way they do for prevent this kind of problem. The same side where them build, the building them did near there, now the bridge. Look, and this was it. I remember I posted this a year ago, September 17, about the death toll, the vice president going there. And late yesterday evening, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio who is in the United Kingdom, also announced that a full-scale inquiry will be launched by the government. There is no public document where they should say, yes, we investigated this, now this caused this problem, now this make this building collapse, now this recommendation we don't do, now this action we take with the building the way they near. None. Not they. Let anybody show me who I forget. And because I'm making this point because I know how we struggle for get a reaction from the National Disaster Management Agency for that story they will do. It's on our Monday front page. I think now we no more reports, but that in the even the media, everybody don't move on. You know, we've moved on as a people. It's the same thing with the drugs. Remember, we all been there, Allah, we get town hall. We've moved on. The thing we don't understand with the drugs now how new one and don't come. New one them where you not go no safe. You know they not just na suck and they suck harm and stuff. Then get one way somebody they tell me about say them call and cola. Come up from India, then ban them there, they say they cause cancer. But it been sold there. We don't evolve. Don't come up from Kush, go to 225, Tramadol, Cola. Man, and get name them for the drugs. Them. Set up task force. Everybody, we're doing this, we're doing this. In front of our eyes, we see. With the pass now lonely. We see them every day. See how drugs, they destroy them people there. And the people that where they do them, then they flaunt. They show we riches, how then they benefit. We don't see how they arrest them. These are people that sometimes they admire our communities. If the other guys still mention them, they say they get pharmacies from the UK is doing well. They pan drugs. You see them. Nice cars, dress well. And they bully them man them back, pull them baby in their hand. And then are the big boys. Community then Godrich community, then this Peninsula community, Godrich, Eastern. People and sabi them, or they see them. We don't ask questions. We don't check. Don't say anything. Just normalize everything. Sadly, unfortunately. Anyway, just want say we as people for understand say to every other social problem in this country. We are contributors, we play part of them, and if we not rise up and agree say this should stop as the people, now we they aid and abet, now we they keep the people and now we they support them. We they see them, we know they talk, not they help police with information for arrest them. And police where they arrest them, sometimes the case they end in a police station, they're highly connected. Then it's a problem. Today, if no other man in Pekin, tomorrow I go be your own Pekin or you fumble Pekin. We are all vulnerable. We all. The other day, somebody they tell me about, I think now somebody will get here. We, in Pekin, if somebody will deal with is worried, not so the person gets into drugs. Now in Papa, don't begin to take drugs. Papa don't take to mind, they take drugs. Big man, not even young person. So imagine, it cuts across, but it's more worrying with our kids in schools. Schools, both private and public schools. We know. They talk on a corner, talk on a... Call the school authorities, put measures out to address this. It will escalate. If it escalates, it can be you picking tomorrow. If we not take responsibility and address the social problem they are, then stage how for able to address them with the rise of social media, Gen Zs and all of this, it will reach to a point where we all go say, we wish we forbid don't do something. Lord, take we national pledge this morning. After that, so they can do a roll call. They can do a roll call and check who that day na the devotion this morning. Now, they take we pledge for show we commitment to this country. As a people, waiting na we on role, waiting na we on responsibility. Not to always now the people that are in a politician, they no more now we they give them power, now we they vote for them. We self get a commitment, we get a role and responsibility for change this place. Let's take with pleasure to come back shortly.
And my love and loyalties to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve I faithful, us all the time. I promise to defend the honor and good name. Always work for our unity, for our prosperity. I put her inside above all else. So help me God, so help me God. I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve it faithfully out all the times. I promise to defend the honor and good names, for his work, for our unity, this freedom and prosperity. I put her inside above all else. So help me God, so
Party again. Tell me waiting being pulse in the chest. After all waiting pulse in the face. Why die knocking the wait? To me enemies and fans. Once in a while buy drinks and dance. Cause we go die left beans and plants. Now go the honor we no get the means and chance. Posting go posted it then I'm all in it die. Push up in the call heaven but then no can reply. Yes, I know na God can decide. Sometimes but put in the honor pulse in the mind. Oh Lord give me time. Man them must see me shine. They know to like I'm rushing in life. With the time each day you enjoy what you been suffer for. Now the time the pulse sinking die. Yes, I know say this not the end time. God had the baby, I give me more time. Yes, I know say this not the end time. God had the baby, I give me more time. So we party then we die Ali. I know say life like how we. I pray I get kids and a wife at least. I swear not the only life
You
I need.
listen to
Waiting
Truth
really we
Radio
defend again.
103.9 FM.
Tell me waiting
Live
being
from
pulse in the
Freedom.
chest.
That's true.
After
Relax.
all waiting pulse in the face. Why die knocking the wait? To me enemies and fans. Once in a while buy drinks and dance. Cause we go die left beans and plants. Now go the honor we no get the means and chance. Posting go posted it then I'm all in it die. Push up in the call heaven but then no can reply. Yes, I know na God can decide. Sometimes but put in the honor pulse in the mind. Oh Lord give me time. Man them must see me shine. They know to like I'm rushing in life. With the time each day you enjoy what you been suffer for. Now the time the pulse sinking die. Yes, I know say this not the end time. God had the baby, I give me more time. Yes, I know say this not the end time. God had the baby, I give me more time. So we party then we die Ali.
The big and always the wish for more time. With the big Allah for giving more time, for make we stay healthy. They will get long life and well body. That now we prayer and wishes. But Allah and I know best. You know, death always comes to us. You know, like making say, whilst we're here, do what you believe is right. Do what you know is good for you, not only here, but when you go see you go to Marabambai. And we just want to extend with condolence to the family of Abubakar Sise, Master Ripo, the Eastern Artists Union president, we died yesterday, shockingly. Well, me go up na Kisi and I know Master Ripo, you know, for your innocent, that network, you know, now some of the people them way. At some point, we've been to sit down and sat in places and hang out. We've been get mutual friends them, you know. So we just want to extend condolences to in family, in friends them, and the Eastern Artists Union, and pray say Allah be pleased with him and grant him Jannatul Firdaus. Forgive him for his mistakes them. But this is it. Death comes for everyone. One day it will be me. Someone will be announcing my obituary. It's not something you should shy away from. We just pray say Allah give you strength, give you long life and well body, make we able to do the things I will plan, protect and guide we from whatever. But that will come and you will not know. You not know. It can happen anytime to anyone. Now the thing that they will come on with you no more. It doesn't check status. Who you are, where you from, which money you get, which power you get. The most powerful people die. The most powerful people, even before we time, even the prophet them die. So prepare yourself for it. Serve your conscience. Do what is right. Serve humanity. Making say the biggest sin for anybody in that way, you dey consciously commit against somebody where you know say this way they do to this person is bad. That's you know some sin that they will commit. We are not perfect, not a saint. I make we dey pray. We go do things unknowingly. You go do things you know say yeah this is wrong. You pray for forgiveness. But how you do persistently, you know say this is they destroy other person, they destroy the country. It's bad for everyone, and you keep doing it like bringing drugs, selling drugs, harboring drugs, conniving with people who sell drugs, destroying other people. Na albalau dan de o asenkin say. Na albalau na ain't go follow you. The big ake, big swear, not a small one. You know? The small swear than they. Let God, you know, sorry for people that we don't die. We self we day, let God strengthen, we'll do the things that we right. You know, for we self in this country. We need for do things that we right for we self in this country. Because if you think just about yourself, making your own life comfortable whilst you destroy other people, one day you live an uncomfortable life. Those people will come after you. Them about the way they go and drugs so way will they destroy, they will come after us. They'll come after you, and one day you'll be held accountable for whatever you're doing. You can say 100 days for Tifma, 1 day for Master House, something like that, yeah. It doesn't last forever. Even if you escape this world, next world, Allah they hold you accountable for the wrongs you're doing here, in whatever way. If you're not the chairman for one community, then get that money give you take and put on your use. You'll pay for that. So come, they will come. If you don't pay now, you'll pay in the year after. Remember that they get on your head. You know? They can't talk about a lot of things. Today we'll get for talk to Augustine Sori Sengbe Mara. We look at the judiciary, the state of the judiciary in this country. And you know, we'll post the flyers and I see people and they talk, why you know invite the judiciary, why you know invite bar association. So look, I try my best to forget the people in Naya where issues that they deal with surround the sector. Like I mentioned yesterday, I've been trying to have the mayor. We are going to 2 weeks on that now. And yeah, I've been on the try for get him, you know. I've been on, even yesterday, I tried to foresee if he can cancel daily. We discuss about the things that the minister say. I still not get clearance or confirmation from in office yet. And the judiciary, like I mentioned, I've been inviting people from the judiciary from the time I get Fatoma, you know, for talk about the judiciary. And remember the time I get Fatoma, I think it was the first week or second week when we started. This is the 4th week. They've not shown up. Yesterday I called my friend and brother El Casano. He said, okay, I'll get back to you. He didn't call. Nothing. I reached out to the Sierra Leone Bar Association as well. They said, then get emergency meeting. And then go get back to me. I said, okay, I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to having someone to speak on the show today. Nothing. And I reached out to Augustine Mara. Augustine Mara just came to him. And he said, yeah, man, I can come. Just push the time a bit for me. I'll come. So, who is ready to speak? Yeah, we're not the best person. Yeah, we're not the force you for Camo. This is a public space. Come and talk to the people. If you think, say, it's worth it for talk to we, come and talk. If somebody says something about you where you want to reply to, you have a right to reply. That is enshrined in the IMC Act. We get responsibility for give right for reply. We'll invite you. Come and defend yourself. We ask the question. We might not ask all the questions or waiting, you know, perhaps the person where they listen or where they watch things for ask, but we'll try our best. The openness is providing a platform where we can dialogue and discuss. You know, that's what we're trying to do. So we're still open and looking forward to having the mayor. I worship Yvonne Akisoya, the judiciary, the Bar Association, if they want to talk about the judiciary, Alan Halloween case and everything, we're open to it. We don't, I just want to make it clear, say we've invited them. I've been in touch with them and hope say then go see reason and come and can talk to one of the people them. The only thing they do now for ask question. Nothing else. If you drink coffee, we go give you coffee. If now water you drink, we go give you tea. We get. There's nothing extra we do here. Nothing. Quran and Bible late voluntary. If you want swear, you can swear. Me bell day. If I give you, you want ring am fine. If you don't want ring am, okay. Nothing else. They are not so corner. It's open. If you hold public office and there are issues around your sector, if you think say you need for can clarify issues, come. Just you can reach out to us. Most times I reach out to people and invite them. But if they don't come, I don't get anything else for do. The best I can do now for invite them, say come, can talk. If somebody says something about you, you say you want clarify. Not so corner you clarify unto me. Come defend, come clarify what the person say. That's how we do it. That's how the media operate. This is open business. So kona or so kona. Let's do roll call quick. Let's ring the bell and do roll call. It's. We'll start with roll call this morning for check one who is online, who they follow the program this morning, who then at the devotion. For know with people them. I've been said the last time, please, where they mention, where they tell you how they watch, you name, you comment, tell you how they watch we from. Also they listen to we from. And I want to welcome Albert Lansana, bra. Me I sign you, bra. You know, then student they will like school, you know. Even if friend they come, everyone you they go. Sometimes they will get some of party then. When they say holiday, say then can forget, say wear uniform for go school. Pass the reminder, say but today holiday. Oh. But thank you very much for your punctuality. We get past Antigi Martinez, he say my good friend, former colleague who is now in the United States of America, Abdulaziz, Koto Aziz from Aberdeen, Peter Beckley Senior, my senior colleague and big brother and good friend, Status, Peter Beckley Senior. Good morning and welcome. Sulbi Barry, my brother from Kisi, with the the UK presently. Ibrahim Bellows, Yusuf Bellows, bra. I hope say you don't come on. We need work and talk. We need work and talk too, you know. Like I tell you the other day, we're building a movement. Let's build a movement of like-minded Sierra Leoneans. See, irrespective of which political party you dey. If we're able look you party, I can say most of the people or if not most, some of the people within governance now. Now we contemporary them. Some people you go school with them, you go university, you join club with them, same club. If I able look them at them face and tell them true, or publicly write and tell them true, they should expect you for that. What's you know this you expect them? Then they not for puel una party. Tell friend true not for puel friend. It shouldn't. But you go they watch you party say no na me party or na me party. If I talk then go vex. When healthcare is not working, if it not affect you, it affects you fumble. If you able fly, you fumble, they not able fly. People and they where them parents they don't sick in this country, they're not able to carry them go overseas or Ghana safe. They don't. They not get the money. They not get them. Then go suffer na one hospital to another hospital. If you get the opportunity for fly go overseas, not to everybody, you go get your auntie, you go get your uncle, you go get where you fumble, where you lack. Sometimes you not able to get visa for them for fly with them, or you not get the money for pay the medical bill. So if you not raise concern and ask people them say, let's make our healthcare better, let we all able to go there, or do everything right for let we all get a better life. See, don't say na me party, na me government. When you need this is what I say sometimes. I see people working dance 5-10 years for political party, nothing they changing in their life. But they still dance behind these people. You don't need for be waiting the change that you pass on a life. You need for be waiting the change naturally, na the whole country. Say like with free quality education, you become able to get access for go school, where you not be stressed by you. Health care, check how much you pay for medication. Check. Go Life Care, Choitram, Freetown International or so, hospital, the private hospital them. Check how much you spend for yourself for your parents them if they're sick. Check. how much you dey pay? If you say if better healthcare dey affordable, better one, you no go there, you go private hospital. Yeah, it's a choice. But most people go to private hospital because the public hospital, it's a challenge. There's a lot of challenges with it. There's improvement, there is progress. But as they say, if we say in 10 years, bruh, we people in our government safe, let them say not travel go overseas for medication. Let we president go to Connaught Hospital. Go to Connaught doing medical, then check them. We get very good doctors there. Then check them, a can house, and we all see. Say, yes, my people, I tell you, I say they change this sector. I cannot they go. Una say for believing there and good day. That's it. That is how countries change. That is how. So when you believe in the system, if you go to a public hospital, you pay less naturally. Some countries and they we go reach that point. They hopefully one day. Some countries and they medical are free. Some like in the US, it's very expensive. But people then get insurance and they work, then go get money and pay them thing then they. Then social services then they for make them good. And now you for ask, now you know the least portion where they go on a Connaught cottage and this. The people them we can dance for, and then can get medical allowances, they can travel, they can fly, they can go to private hospitals. We can meet up. We can meet up. Who say can go church, you know? Can meet up. So that's it. Anyway, let's do the whole call. Okay, Abraham F. Koma, Abdullah Dantaba, Abbas Sankor, Sydney Housin, Mahmoud Fore, Mohamed Sanuba, Malmami. Please, we're going to tell you how they watch we from. Richard Fab, Sandy from Bakeloko. I think a Bakeloko, not so Bakeloko, bra. Na Bakeloko, that na put local district. Usai me bra, DJ Box there right now. DJ Box. Hope you do fine, bra. Katie Jallo, Ambassador for the Moriba Conte, Abutumpo Kamara, Ridwana Bibi, Lolo Gasparani, Musa Lemba Kouma, Ibrahim Mansare, Alaji Usman Kamara, Mohamed Nabiu, Adikali Amadou Kamara, and Daifan Kouma, Alassane Fofana, Ibrahim Anthony Bari, Abraham F. Kamara. There are a lot of people I don't see it. Am I, where are you? Am I, my man, I don't see you. You know, I'm very punctual and regular. Merkaba Abbas Sankor. Yeah, messages keep coming in. Mohamed El Jallo, Sylvia Kamara from London, Melvin A. Kane from Ilcott, Freetown, Almami Kabia, Lamin Mara, Almami Kabia from McKinney. Yeah, me McKinney people, I got me Monday, you know, Vava, and IB of FC Calon Bra, we go for pull FC Calon and bring you Lions. I surprise you I need support with some star safe. You know, McKinney and FC Calon need support. But hope you do fine, brother. Very positive brother, you know, with all the challenges, he's striving, doing his best. You know, creating employment and engaging himself. We wish you the very best. Hopefully, he will visit you one day. And to man Obate. Obate get new music. We go play him, hopefully. We will play him. Lamin Mara, Abraham F. Kouma, Moriba Conte, my brother and friend, Ambassador for the Moriba Conte of Calabash newspaper. Good morning, my brother. Grace Space, Grace, hope you do fine. Shekununi, Dr. Shekunini of IPAM. Good morning, boss. Hope you do fine. Abdul K. Kagbo. Ronald Abdul Kekagbo from Bats Kanu, Karina District. Good morning and welcome. Yeah, Malik Dabo, the usual people, Briwa Alfred, Daniel Olu Jones. Good morning. I want to say good morning to people in Amoyamba. So that we cook human Amoyamba Junction. You know, somebody tell me, say, you serve the cook the best cassava leaf. You know, go for do food tasting. My man Prezo Kuma, he said they bring cassava leaf for me from Goat's Kingdom. You know, I eat to binta. I know binta in cassava leaf, but you know, I would say me wife been they cook the best cassava leaf anyway. So I still not get a different taste yet. I will look for them anyway. So we're gonna get the food tasting. We're gonna get the cassava leaf competition, a nationwide competition, hopefully. But yeah. Thanks. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Good morning, and welcome. Good morning. As my sister and good friend Auntie Daphne Kasada Kitchen can say, we don't wake. We don't wake. We don't wake. I don't know if that or they will tell people in morning this morning. We don't wake. It's 7:18. Everybody for the week now. If you're hustling, you get for go work, you get for one can address the nation. One can address the nation. Well, not the president, but one talk to people them. Man to man. So we serve. Now we talk. Now where this country go? See they then get town hall. There is an engagement at city council about. Now they can talk how for shape Freetown, how for shape the country, man. From how for shape power, how for shape the power, and now they can talk how for shape the country, how for shape Freetown, how for get new district. But yesterday I tell somebody, I say, some of these things, if politicians genuinely think it's for us, it's about us, the people, let come off from we. There is nothing wrong for letting Ministry of Local Government and the Freetown City Council, the mayor, say, the minister say, Madam Mayor, we have this plan. We think with this, we can deliver better service delivery. Let's look at it. Let we discuss them. Let we look at, what do you think? The mayor is the elected person for Freetown. Now, the people and get the mandate for represent them, for make their lives better in Freetown. We get the central government, but we get local council. Now, we be agree from Pakaba in terms, say we forget local government then for make things more effective. What's wrong for the government and city council, the mayor and the minister sit, but so what's where you una well listen yes, I don't know, King George, where you are waiting the minister say, it clearly indicates the relationship is strained. It's strained. But these are people where for working with interest, for able to see reason and work together in the interest of the nation. What is wrong to sit to agree and disagree? Say we think say this is not right, but we think say na this way we could do it. And we still not able to understand how we forget people in that level there. We're not able to sit down and discuss in the interest of the nation. Everybody is about how do I hold my territory? How do I say this? Man, if this is for the people, if indeed you want to do this for the people, you're working for the people, wanna sit down and talk with the mayor. Wanna talk with her, wanna listen to her. Just don't dismiss what she's saying. She's an elected official of the city. Wanna talk to her. Wanna engage. Show them the advantage and disadvantages. She might agree to some things and might continue for disagree. Naturally, we don't go get direct, say everybody agree for work. We must get disagreement. We must. Even in parliament, that is why they vote. Now then they make them vote in a parliament. Because you go get people over there against people over there in favor. You say, those in favor say aye, those against say nay, the ayes have it. Sometimes then they count. Then they count. For no that get the highest vote. And it's the same for how we they give people in power. We vote because we they disagree as people. Say no, may not believe say APC na the best government. May not believe say SLPP go be the best government. So let's go to the ballot and vote. And because we get disagreement, and that is what democracy provides for. For let we disagree, but again the majority go agree and say na this we choose. That's democracy, but. The minister go dismiss waiting the mayor they say the mayor self go on social media complain. There is no common ground where they meet. There is none. And me and you as people who they watch them, who they see. And sometimes we make comments based on who we support. Because if it's AP season and this, we don't demand. Now we now for demand say no. If you want to create new localities in Freetown, let it come from us. Una engage with, una kind of community them. Una ask we what you want. Let know if this now we priority or waiting now we priority. Its power should come from the people. Decisions should come from. Yesterday they read almost law the parliament passed just this first session from 2024 to 2025. And I got for being there now, for can explain how many of the people they understand the law and they will them pass. How many of we get involved in the laws and they will get for do it with the Counter-Terrorism Act, the Child Rights Act, and several ones. How many of we involved in that? Governance, we don't make it, don't left to few people, and once we vote for them, we don't left everything, give them. No, it should change. You should demand. You should be able to write to your member of parliament, your councillor, a minister, a ministry, raise concern. Ask questions where it deserves for you support the government, you honorable, or do your own part. Do them, support them. You are not an enemy of the state because you are in opposition. No, you are not. The opposition is part of governance. The opposition then get representative in a parliament, then get representative in a council, then get executive. You see where international partners and they come, international community, then they engage the opposition because they're part of the process, and then they watch as well what in the government they do. And the opposition self gets a responsibility for support the government where necessary for let them do them work well. Who side things go bad, then gets the responsibility for raise concern in the right way. But these are basic governance, but with the feds we serve every time after our election feds, after these feds. All because, not all because they elect you, the people more. It's about the resources. How for shape the resources so that get access to them. Well, me big brother can say, I can always tell him, say, you saying the right thing. The thing about with politics always is about access to the resources. Without in a power, how do we keep this? You know, now opposition, how do we get closer to it? Man, and they will go down, they tell you from 2018, say, now we talk kind of power. We turn for enjoy. Now we turn this. You see, though, they dance no more. They dance. Sing and dance and tonobo, sing and dance and tonobo. You remember waiting how we go get better health care. If you sick, you get sick for go and get, you don't need for pay too much money. Things you life for change. If 10 years you support a political party and they not change your life, you should ask yourself questions. If governments take 10 years and powers, if any government, there are things where for change, things and for change. How many elections I don't cover? This up to 5 elections now, so 4. And still they 2 gallon for water. I can put on a mika and couch and officer for bill wife for care water go now. That is why I ask questions. Anyway, then they know to the address to the nation. It's just silly. We as people, we need to be conscious. We need to understand the power we get. Power comes from us. Now we they give people them, and we politicians them. We for ask them, let them sit down and discuss things and winner for we. There should be a common ground. This hold on, fight for 5 years, fight for 10 years. Everybody just the hold on ground. It doesn't help the people. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. There are things where I can say, if not even every other Sierra Leonean, but most Sierra Leoneans want this country for better. Whether you are in APC or say SLPP, wallahi, majority of we want let things change in this country. So why should we be fighting each other for issues that we get for deal with the people and we get for directly affect the people? Why shouldn't we say, okay, let's have a common ground, let's discuss, let's dialogue? The ministry said then they start the dialogue today, but hopefully me hope say no go stop the council, it go to the communities, especially me people in Akisi, me people in Kuntolo, me people in Dong, Kanike, Dong by the sea. They should be involved in this. Let them hear what they want to say. And you should not dismiss what the mayor is saying. You should sit with her and dialogue and get a conversation. She's the elected official for the city. She's got input. Let me dialogue. That is how we will progress. They can talk about land. So yesterday in the community, people they hold the meeting, they hold the meeting and for discuss the land issue. We get to a colleague we've been did it. But let's listen to again, Mr. President, we're bringing issues of lands to you because it's becoming alarming. Me don't get a lot of private, personal messages. People and the way they advise me, forget about land, it's risky, they can go after you. Well, yeah, it is, but it's the territory. It's part of the job. We pray Allah guide and protect we because we do it in the interest of the people. I not get land case. I not get men. Well, I've been recently there was one, but we've been able to resolve them, you know, and I could say they're professional people in the Ministry of Lands, very good people. You have them there, but there are issues of community lands being sold to private people. Yesterday, na Godrich, na Funkia people in protest. We ever bring that video there. And we still get the issue, the community land, na Kisi, the school land where they don't sell and all that. When a government land, but there's schools in there where they don't sell. When me think say not conducive for build warehouse. And there are a lot of issues, people in private lands and issues them and all of that. We ever talk to one lawyer. We try to get the other lawyer we involved in this land case, but we're not able to get, he say we hold on, he go get back to it. So we ever talk to him. Then they would affect pan land case, so then they, but I'll watch the president, I'll listen to what in President BOBC, we'll come and can discuss further.
The demand them, we get forget meeting. We don't get meeting before, but we get forget another meeting. The Ministry of Lands get for did it. Because when I just said the land fiti fata, I'm going to have a meeting with the Ministry of Lands. Then it demand them. Everybody with some parliamentarian, the way they sell land. And even then judges the way they involve in the wrong way. We will respect the independence of the judges, but we will have to call them to order. This is not done. We cannot run a country like this.
Indeed, Mr. President, we cannot run a country like this. I totally agree with you. We cannot. We cannot run a country like this. Definitely. We can't run a country who say man and they sell land fiti fata, bruh. No. Especially community lands. Don't just get this video from Godrich yesterday. Who say the community people and come out and say they even block the road, markets not been going na the markets, people and protest because their community land has been sold to someone. How make you imagine how people they sit down and take decision for communities them. This is not government land. I go sell government land where you don't even talk to. I can say if na school you want build, if na health center or any other thing, it's important. It's for the community. But private people, they don't just take this video. The way you see so, you know, usai then say government don't sell, give somebody, and you know, these are the community people and the protest yesterday and block the road and say, you know, Mr. President, you need to intervene in this issue. Like how you self been don't openly say, you know there are issues, people in the sell land fiti fatan at the Ministry of Lands. You need for intervene. I don't know if you have been on this meeting. But you need for stepping because community people are rising up and they think say then community lands then the small side they wouldn't get waste on time and then they play ball waste on time if they get community activities and then they do them. People in the Ministry of Lands they sell them. You know, and look, these are people coming out for protest for their own community. It's not a private land, not a private land, not government property. You don't reach out to the Ministry of Lands. Seems they're not ready for talking. So we'll reach out to the Land Commission as well for see if they're ready for talk and they'll discuss this. They'll go to the school and see. The land Nakisi, the school, who say, you know, in the school compound, they don't give somebody the land for go build. Hey, look, you see, this is a school. And they don't begin dig themselves. Look who side and they dig, look who side the school they. Imagine somebody they can build with a house na ya, inside ya. Look at the school. Somebody go build where house na this place. Outside the picking and the play. How we turn sober? How we dey sober? $250,000. I then sell this place. Look. They already digging. School law right now, picking and then a school inside and compound, construction work the good day. This is a fence compound. A school send it in no more. Primary school, secondary school, kindergarten. You get a mosque inside it. Then say the Mao buy the land, say, he go uplift the school, he go paint them and help them. Then he go help the mosque as well. For God's sake, why you not go do other side? Why can't they give you space somewhere else and go and build it? Why? Why do you have to build in this space? Look the field. Una self look, bo. How somebody go build with a house now, yeah? How? Look, you don't begin cow construction vehicle and self. Look the inside it. How do we do this to ourselves, to our kids? This is not government land. Somebody don't go see them and say, okay, well, we go sell and give you $250,000. Conscience, we don't get conscience. We don't think about how this community go transform this land. Waiting somebody go think now for keep this place clean, how for improve them. From when they grow up and go to this school, now so they take today. We need to think about how for improve the lives of people, give them dignified life. We picking them at the school level, then they go now for go can give somebody for if you build a house at this place, who side the picking and go the pass, who side and go play. You need to remember that the boy. Not get conscience. Not get conscience. Mr. President, we still call on your attention to this situation. Na Godrich, na Kisi, the school na Kisi side and not sell the land, as I've been saying. You see the letter now on the screen. Somebody don't sell and give a private person for do private business, the 250,000 United States dollars. This is undone. That space is not conducive for a warehouse or any business who's picking in the land. Who's picking in the go school for land book and all that. And the community, they use this space. Like I say, pray them, now they can pray, football. Other schools say we not get big field, now they then can kind and do their athletics meets and all that. Now someone is taking it. Somebody don't sit down, are you building no more? Say, pa, go take them. Go take them, go build it. We give building permits. When the feds come, we go fetch them. The other day, look, police and did it. The other day, the picking them in come out for resist. Police and come and stop them. You know, but these are communities. Why should someone do this to a whole community? Go sell government land. You know, even come and say, oh, engage the people, and this is possible. Want to do nothing, say conducive. Let the community say, no, okay, we agree. Let it build at this corner. Let the picking and get this space, and at this he go do for we. But you just go sell no more. People pass community, then wake one day, then come and see, then they dig the land at the school. How do you do this, bro? How? Which kind of hearts we get so? The sell no more, fitty fata. Anyways, Mr. President, we're still bringing it to your attention. I think, say, you are champion of human capital development, free quality education. A community, the land at the school, like community in Kisi, has been sold, and then they're about for start construction there. As you can see the container, you see the heavy duty vehicle where they inside there. And imagine after this construction, and say now warehouse is posting the bill for they come with good same. Imagine how we go for the affect education day. Imagine, look at the motoka. Imagine how many of these get for the come with construction go start in that place. How this go affect education. Somebody go in house, they worry, say in Pekin, outside they go school, every duty truck and did anything can happen with them. Safety and all that stuff. But we're bringing it to your attention, for you aware. You know, I don't know if you've been on that meeting we talk about, but this is what is happening. Let me just watch that video there and hear waiting the president's been saying again.
The demand them. We get forget meeting. We don't get meeting before, but we get forget another meeting. The Ministry of Lands get for did it. Because when I just said the land fiti fata, I'm going to have a meeting with the Ministry of Lands. Then it demand them, everybody with some parliamentarian, the way they sell land. And even then judges the way they involve in the wrong way. We will respect the independence of the judges, but we will have to call them to order. This is not done. We cannot run a country like this.
Indeed, we cannot run a country like this, Mr. President. We agree with you and believe, say, we cannot run a country like this. The way how things they go, you know, you need for intervene. You need for intervene. You definitely need for intervene and see how we could address this and you know, provide community spaces where community people can easily go and do whatever they want to do freely, where they not go afraid say anything that happen to them or them picking them. But you know, the kind of thing where they happen. So right now it's really concerning and it's worrying, and we need your intervention. Just like how you say, you need for get involved into this. We don't know if you don't get the meeting. We don't know if you don't get the meeting with them, but you need for. See the truck them, you know. See the truck them, and you see clearly say, you know, construction work they about for start, even where the community don't raise concern and don't they protest and all that. You see the truck them. Construction work they go on. Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan is aware of this, and maybe not go to the community and don't raise concern. And hopefully, you know, Mr. President, you'll get involved into this and address this problem. It's becoming worrying. It's becoming challenging for the community people, especially the kids. The other day they said that the picking and self common do and the protest. So, Mr. President, we call for your intervention into this matter and see how it could be addressed. That now we major issue for today. There's a protest now Godrich. So understand say the police and go there yesterday and disperse people them, say then the ferry for sort the problem out. But again, this situation then at the eastern Akisi, and Mr. President, like you say, there are issues of land. Ministry of Lands, they sell land fiti fata. Let's go to a Vimix call where they can join with good friend and colleague. You know, we already in Canada, where they can talk about the Salion Canada Trade Investment Cultural Show, where the government through the trade envoy, Alpha Kamal Lavali, organized and the host. We get them on the video call right now from Canada. We get a lineup of so many people we get for go talking at this program. So we get them on the call now. Good morning, Alpha.
Good morning, Lamgana.
Good morning and welcome. You're in Canada. Outside the Toronto, Ontario, Edmonton. Outside in Canada. But I don't fly, chef.
Toronto. I try as possible, bro.
Well, the face don't change. You know the breeze?
Oh, now the breeze. I just miss the I just miss the local delicacies so more. I need money. Small, but I go manage.
Hey, Bokari Samabanya de Canada. I don't know side they family did it. I'm sure
No,
they will
it,
definitely get you some good cassava leaf, the binta cassava leaf and beans we don't used to. Possibly then go bring and
I dey
come
tell
to
you.
you. Yes, yes. But
Yes, I don't see Bokari.
yes, yes. So this trade investments cultural show, waiting at the idea behind it. I see you get a lot of people that we get for the first lady, the chief minister, the foreign minister, the minister of trade, minister of agriculture, and we get other private people, a member of the opposition, Honorable Chernoba, Nabila Tunis as well, the tourism minister. What's the idea behind it?
Well, Lamgana, in 2023, President Bill be appointed me on the 27th of October. And one of the key things that we did part of my term of reference now for promote Sierra Leonean businesses and trade abroad and identifying emerging opportunities. And one of the emerging opportunities we able for identify now Canada. And this coincide with Canada them policy in terms of extending their relationship in Africa in terms of trade and investment. So couple with that and other issues and other things them now in make could decide say no Canada for be one of the side that we will need for look at and see how we take advantage of the opportunities we then get and a new vision and try as much as possible for align that with you Naya and see how that relationship they go yield to something tangible. So basically, Nana, the idea and the essence behind us having this conference in
So
Canada.
the Canadian authorities, them at what level is it? Business, investors, them or people them where they look for way for invest in Africa and then get for involved in this, or it's just all a Sierra Leonean, engagement.
No, you get government officials from Canada. You also have investors and business people from Canada. The Canada one for extending Africa, and this opportunity they see as a welcoming one. So the government is really involved in terms of planning and all other things. They may be part of them, and they're really happy about this initiative, and they look forward to them as it starts today.
Somebody go ask, who are they fund this? Is it funded by the government of Sierra Leone or it's now from your office, you self as trade envoy?
Still in my office, I know they get funding, nor do I receive a salary from the government of Sierra Leone. However, we get small support from government, but this has actually been out of pocket. Organizers and come together and put good things. And of course, I paid up program for you attend, they join a link to Eventbrite and you pay and you attend.
Okay. So what's in the expectation? Event like this, people then go they look for say, okay, yes, we've been to Canada, like you say, then countries that they look for opportunities for come now Africa for invest as well. What should the public expect with this kind, number of people who get the first lady, the chief minister, the foreign minister, minister of trade, they go present as well, and government officials and from the opposition as well as Honorable Chernoba. What's in the public for expect at the end of this?
So one thing we're very key about this event are the fact that it's very inclusive. We not try for limit and make an all Sierra Leonean affair. And the key thing we try to get away from this are foreign direct investment. And as you are aware, Lamana, we in Canada we get similarities in terms of mineral resources and other things. They get minerals and get oil and gas. They are also good into agriculture. They're also good into technology. And this actually aligns with President B's vision as part of the Big Five for ensure say it develops Sierra Leone in second term. So basically, what would you try to achieve from this world event, Ghana, for ensure so we get investors and bring them back home to Sierra Leone? Now the key takeaway is from organizing this event.
How about Sierra Leoneans where as well they look for opportunity? I know there is Muxin Sise. Muxin Sise is a Sierra Leonean who is based in Canada. I don't invest a lot in the education sector. I get Central University, na Mile 91, and other Sierra Leoneans and where they look for opportunities and for come. Are they going to be part of this engagement?
Definitely. I will tell you, say from the diaspora level, this preparation, yeah, it has been all inclusive. Every Sierra Leonean na the Sierra Leonean community na Canada, yeah, and even na America self don't try as much as possible for the part of this process. And we know say we get Sierra Leoneans that really do very well, and then na Canada. And then want an opportunity for engage government official and see how the wetin they're not able to make out of this country and take them back home. So the key takeaway from this for ensure say like you understand we don't forget a cultural show for the fresh people in mind in terms of the culture for some Maridon day now this country for a very long time and give them that confidence say Sierra Leone is open for investment and what you don't get now this country and can count and back home and try as much as possible for develop the country.
Okay. Well, we wish you the very best, Alpha Lavali, trade envoy, and it's good for see young people and we get appointment. They make moves for, do things them. But I want to ask you. I see Dr. Sylvia Blyden was part of this plan, and at some point I read a post from where he mentioned that she was removed. Some people ask for later remove into all this.
Some people don't actually talk about and then just speak up randy. The key thing is we get a lot of speakers. You understand there, Lamana? We get a lot of speakers, and as time they go, we they replace some people and add another people. No mean say another part of them. Now for let other people then know say them people they are self get for take part of this process. You understand? So for pull Madam Doctor for pull Dr. Sylvia Blyden from the flyer was never intentional. It was just to create an awareness that others are also part of this process and they also should be recognized. And she's very much part of this.
She's going to in one of the speakers then?
Yes. Although you know make clear say because of your academic things that we get for do in order for meet up. But the most important thing for she's going to participate and he will do that virtually.
Okay. Well, we wish you the very best, and thank you so much for taking time for talk to we, and we hopefully go talk to you when you return back on the outcome of this and waiting Salone go benefit from. Thank you so much, Alpha Lavali, for we talk to we on the program this morning.
Thank you very much. Before I end, Laman, I also want to tell President Bio thank you because I give you the support, I give you the platform for Duam. We also want to thank Her Excellency, the First Lady, for we make time for attend. She came in yesterday and she's fully and ready and prepared for the part of the process. And we also want to thank the Honorable Chief Minister we get for joining very soon and other speakers them with the part of this. And most importantly, we also want to tell members of the opposition a very big thank you because they really come on board and try as much as possible for make this an all Sierra Leonean affair from the former APC chairman in Canada to others in the US. They have been very much involved in this whole process. So it's cool now. This program now for them be successful if they're not for them involved and make them their own program and ensure say as much as possible they are part of the process. So we want to really tell the all thank you. And for the Chief Minister also, because when we start this and all the difficulties where we get the Chief Minister try as much as possible for reducing bottlenecks and therefore we and help we as much as possible for let this thing come to fruition. So we really want to tell everybody thank you, and we hope say at the end of this particular event we'll get something good from Mama Salon.
Inshallah, that's the prayer. Thank you so much, Alpha Lavali, for where you join with. We just talk about the Sierra Leone Canada Trade Investments Cultural Show, where they start on the 18th to the 28th, 2025. There are a list of speakers, members of the opposition and members of government as well in the first day. Thank you so much, Alpha. Well, that's the point I make most times say there should be a common ground. We as people, the objective is we all want Salone for better. Irrespective of who that the opposition, who that in our government, we need to get a common ground. Say we all work for the betterment of Salone because hospital where you go there, they need to ask you if you know APC or SLPPO. In school, they need to ask the pikin who that your parents, whose party your parents belong to. Waka find boss, you know they ask for you show you party card for load day. Pump where the water they open. You know they say when they open today na APC also na SLPP also they open. Where lights they come, it doesn't pick which house they get lights or which house not they get lights. Even though some man they way very influential we go get lights. But the point is, there is something we have in common. We are all Sierra Leoneans, irrespective of the political parties them we belong to, we interest them, how we want things to happen. It's clear. That is life, even within we family. Families and the way get possible when a Muslim, maybe the mama na Muslim, the papa na Christian, or the papa na Christian, the mama na Muslim. The beginning can choose back. So that is just about life. If with God, we they choose how we want for worship and for go heaven. Some man say, no, we will not believe say God this. Or I not believe say I need for belong to a religion for worship God. I can worship God my own way. And I believe say that way there they go heaven. It's choice. Now with choices we they make. That is the same thing we do with joining political parties. Now you choice and now you right. It's not just about choice. It's your right. It's provided for in we constitution. Say you forget right for associate so that which political party you want to associate with. And the constitution provide for let we get political parties them. So it's a right. And if it's a right, it don't mean so for make plaba. We got disagree. It's natural. We're humans. We for disagree. Man, papa and mama they disagree, then they get plaba. People away come on a same family, brother and sister. Then they make plaba. How about people who come from different groups and can't get at one side? They should fight. It's allowed. Peaceful fights. Not so fair to way you go pull close and fair to. But peacefully disagree. And we get a common ground. Say we don't agree on this. Because it's in the interest of this nation. Because the bigger picture is we all want this nation for progress and develop. That's the bigger picture. That's the main objective, and that's for there at the back of our mind. It's not about our individual. Say, how do I benefit from this? Now we on turn for can't get power. And sadly though, I tell somebody then this year, I see people who dance for politicians. I tell them they give them medicine. I tell them they give them. It's all them give them something, you know. I see people who dance for politicians, people away don't get opportunity for serve this country some years. Then they will change things them. Now their own life and them family lives and change no more. Still dance for them. We still believe say, yeah, but it's their rights by the way. But sometimes it's painful how politicians and they use with people them. We young people them. I can see we mama them, we sister them out and they dance behind them. I can imagine these people, do they have conscience? Do they really feel for them people out and they see around them so? All they want is power. All they want when they have the power now for retain power. I can tell you now. Check, tomorrow Friday. The Muslim get for flop with the flag bearer aspirants from the opposition. Then they within a government self, we want succeed President Bio. Then they're gonna all the Muslim. But wait till they get power. Or they make them minister. You hardly see them in that community they wouldn't they go now. You hardly. You don't. That's just the reality. So when they can pray with we, when they can our church or we mosque, ask them questions about your life, about you picking a life, your future. What thing they do for lady mosque and get water? What thing they do for the church them get water? People then go there and get able to open the pump and get water. What thing they do for environment, you know, for protect the environment? What thing they do for we health care, for make we life better? These are the questions we should be asking. It's not just for pray with them, give them the podium, then come and talk and campaign and tell you make all kind promises to you. I want to challenge you. They challenge you. I've been on telling you the other day, say, I've been giving people, it's not an assignment. I've been just saying, let me read. Read the big 5 changes and read the Transform Freetown document. Then to document and they get promise about affordable housing for Salone. For Freetown and Salone generally where the president make. I think the president was 20,000 or so, or 50,000. I can't recall the number. But their promises, I'm just making the point that there are promises about affordable housing. Check the document and ask question, where the affordable house them? These are the things we should be talking about. There is something where we all want, a dignified life. If there are affordable houses, people don't go fight for land. People don't go begin threatening we will sell in lands and all of that. We get for the remind the power. We go to remind the power and remind the mayor as well about those promises. Yeah, but the mayor concentrates power. I don't know for Shape Freetown Force, and I think she's got valid points that she's making. The minister self don't make him points. He's got some points about service delivery, but let we engage, let we dialogue and get a common ground for the benefit of this nation. And before we can go to a guest, I just want let we talk about this. You know, there is some good news. The president is launching the Sewa ground markets today. Sewa ground markets will be open for business after a very long time. You know, this project started with the APC government. It became an issue of commission of inquiry, investigation, corruption. It's moved on to the new government. They don't put dates them for commission, for open them. Then dates and they don't pass. And now we are here. His Excellency will be launching, visibly commissioning the Sewa grounds markets today by Victoria Park. And hopefully, we brothers and sisters, them where they sell, go get a dignified place for go do them business, you know. I understand, say the place get a playground for pickings them, outside and go put them picking them, get toilets, water, and all. And it's good. This is what we talk about. How we government for able to provide a dignified space for we people them. We all want a better space. We where they buy, we want a conducive place where they go. And the people themselves where they sell. They are humans. It's difficult for see them. They understand, not get proper toilets, facilities, not get outside and go left them picking their way safe. And these are people them way, some of them are the breadwinners of their family, then, and then they also for take care of the family. So it's good that the president, they give them, well, the president, they commission this, the government, they provide a conducive environment for them. It's been a long time coming with this project, and thankfully it will be commissioned today by the president. And we together them go moving, and we go decongest the streets them, and make Freetown a little bit better, you know, make it look like some of the cities that will safely they go out of the country. You know, Pleasant Day a lot. I mean, I don't see people in the cell in New York do street trading, but it's better, you know. It's well done, you know. Not so like how it's Katana we answer. I've seen it in places I've been to, in other places in Nigeria, Lagos, yeah. I've seen it in Zanzibar, in some countries I've been to. And nobody knows how you say street trading or they happen. It does. You know, it happen, but in a better way, well structured, clean, not so like the chaos will get to where they happen at Lumley, PZ, Abacha, and all that. Hopefully, I know this market's not going to do for everybody, but the good thing is it gives our people some dignity, a better space. So say we woman them, we sisters them, we mama them, go sit down. If they want to use the toilet, a better place so say them go and do them. You know, we safe where they go buy a better place so say go and do business. So say them picking and go they safe back. I see the Lumley markets, even though that project they don't delay. You know, I think the completion dates don't pass long ago. But I see himself they complete, and hopefully the people in Lumley will move them to that market day and give them some dignified way of hustling fend and livelihood, you know. That is what government should do. That is the responsibility of governments, and we want to commend the government for doing this. Tell them thank you. That we all agree that this is what should be done. It's their responsibility, and it's good they're doing it. Now we all taxpayer money. NASIT and people who they work them pension, and NASIT they use for investing and that so. So if we go there, we not take care of the place, we poil there, it goes bad. Now we only the effects back. Not all the president say pull money in his pocket for do the TRO. He is leading. He's got the vision. So this is now how I want the country for go. And this is how I want it to happen. Now me the lead. So I bottlenecks and they ensure say they address them. And make the projects come out fine. And it's for us. And when we go there, we get a responsibility for all and with care. Maintain them. Then we own responsibility now. We mama and sister, then we brother, they wait there for going Sayanda. I've been to that place. I see how the investment is huge and how they make that place very nice. We need for handle them with care. Now we own responsibility, Dandy. If then they pull in a treat, carry it in a place where dignify, take and say like na you pala. How you want your pala clean? Sorry, how you want your house clean? How you go take care of yours? Take care of that place that are ready. Because if you spoil the pump, not so that man for the Dabon and Nasit, it affect to. Not so the president and state house, not so the speaker and parliament, not so me now. Now you where they. Now you go there, you deprive other people and not get pipe born water. Spoil the pump. And sometimes we all know when then things happen for change them, it can be very difficult. So if you not take care of what you get, you spoil them, you deprive other people them, and you deprive yourself. You know? We all have a responsibility to make things better. So the president they commissioned the Sewa Grounds market today. We hope we go get more markets for take with people them out from the streets and give them some dignity. See, city council self-construct, then be not complete the market now with by force. The traders and don't move, go inside there, and get some dignified way of doing business. You know, not so under sun, under rain, a decent space. We hope so we will get more market in a different community. And my community Kisi, I always advocate for the. I remember Kisi market from how we did, and so we did, and low-cost markets it's the same. You know, I'm sure Kongotong markets and other places in Kutoro, it's the same. They show the way because you don't say the community and they expand. If the market is still, but again, it comes back to land. Land not there. The public land the way they man and they sell them 50 fata. Not only toko na the pa. Let them not me go constitution. A presidency. Not only me, president said then they sell the land and 50 fata. And he called the one that were involved. It man them, Ministry of Lands, some members of parliament, some judges. Say you for get meeting with una. Hopefully una go get that meeting there. But yeah, we need more spaces and we need a dignified life. That is all we're asking for. We all want a dignified life. And if we did do them, we need to understand, say, we self get a responsibility. We the people who then they give this dignified life. Where you go to them space and they handle them with care. See the worker find bosses them. You know, we all they enjoy them. We all they enjoy them. I understand say they don't begin roll out the smart way then they sell tickets. That's better. You know, when things are good, we all should appreciate them and handle them with care. Because now we money, now we own. Government they come and go then they left. Several grounds. Like I say, now the other government start this government don't complete If this government didn't have power, say anytime them go, they need to go to Sewa Grounds market too. If other government they come back, they know say they come, they take Sewa Grounds market no more now. You then go think about how for do new one. So it's the states, now the country, now we all get them. Worker find bosses, they will stay. Whoever comes to power, whoever maintains power, it's us, the people. Now we own, now the country gets them. Now like status, from where they, the president lodge from where they would ever come, we going and out, it did the same way. Then go change the office no more, but it's the same now with property. So let's handle it with care and maintain them and make sure they serve the purpose way they for. And thanks to the government, the president, and everybody were involved, the previous governments, this government, everybody were involved in that project. The NASIT has been leading it. There is a lot of back and forth on that project. The back city council not involved. Salon, you know, like Asma James can say, the issues are many and plenty, but yeah, hopefully we will cover that story there and we will bring this story to now. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come, we'll go to a guest and can talk about the judiciary of Salon. Yeah, it's gonna be some long conversation. I need for drink some more coffee, you know, this morning. Yeah, let's take a commercial break quickly. We'll join partners them Orange Stallion.
Orange money go to good, don't come for you. Businessman and businesswoman, he don't come for you.
This time again, the delivery guy no dey give me all the money, and I dey lost track of all my payments them. How I suppose for one business like this?
Why you not register for Orange Money Kotoku?
Kotoku?
If you get small business na Salon, this na your chance for make you upgrade am. Orange Money they introduce Kotoku na business line for all business them.
Kotoku no dey yaba.
Whether you na cookery seller, trader, barber, bike man or keke rider, this na una chance for receive payments directly to your Kotoku wallet from your customer them. And the best part now, Orange Money go pay you commission for receive payments na your Kotoku wallet. Cash out for free na any Orange Money office, franchise or kiosk point. Kotoku wallet now your business in better one. For register for Kotoku wallet, dial #144 *8*10#.
I say Orange Money Kotoku, don't come.
Are you tired of missing all your online meetings due to unreliable internet? Or are you paying too much for your internet and experiencing low speeds or even struggling with connectivity during video calls, streaming your favorite football match or show? WorldLink Communications Sierra Leone Limited, authorized reseller of Starlink in Sierra Leone, is here for your businesses and enterprises with super fast, unbeatable and affordable speeds here to cater to your needs. At WorldLink, we provide local support anytime, any day. To know more about our services, visit us at our office at 115 Beach Road, Lumley, or contact us on 080 000 111 or 075 000 111 or on our website at sl.wlnet.com. WorldLink Communications, empowering connectivity in Sierra Leone.
It's the Catch and Relax Getaway brought to you by Waka Salon. October 25th to the 26th at the Tokyo Beach The Place Resort. $250 gets you the mountain view. $300 for the sea and the sky so blue. $350 for the beachfront. Then Sunday's bubbles. Champagne in your hand. Chalet orders, this one's for you. Natural glow is the dress code too. At the Place Resort from 12:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sip, chill, unwind and dance. And if you're just in for a party, then get ready for the powder spray party and bonfire flare. At 4 p.m. let's light it up, right? 500 millions now or 600 at the gate. Don't miss the moment. Don't show up late. Catch and relax. Sun, sand and bubbles. Life so sweet. From the beach to the pool at Tokyo Resort, where good vibes meet. Brought to you by Waka Salon in partnership with Eminence Africa, The Place Resort, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, Root Media, and Afro Technology and Logistics. Don't just hear about it, live it.
Oh, yeah. It's a legacy, lots of clouds, not it fade away.
No, one for no. Wetin make we country they go slow. Wetin make it all they grow. Yes, so, oh, I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they die pump. If I they try for go before, I bet oh, do ya not make us slow? No, no. If I they try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so. If I they try for go before, I bet oh, do ya not make us slow? No, no. If I dey try for raise the tempo, do ya not make am low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so but we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well Panambara, make we people scatter.
Scanty you talk about.
Thing them like half flavor plaba, political party wahala. Thing them we go make we agba, them put we country pan yakba. Sing along say.
Tell you, third first king day, Vuvuzela de safety day. This now we party, political party. For all the politicians, we say right down there. Because I want to make them know now politics stop put me there. Ruling party, now politics stop put me there. Opposition, now politics stop put me there. Now politics stop put me there. Vuvuzela, now politics stop put me there. Balance can take a mood. Now politics stop put me there. Hey, me brother, now politics stop put me there. Hey, me sister, now politics stop put me there. The party intense in all kinds sense. Fire. We one panel jump and grab the microphone and begin for talk. The fambu them una do. Me na the honorable can they represent the ruling party. And so we na party where they practice people-oriented politics. Now that make us the passive don't say we get the encyclopedia for change and prosperity. We na party where believe in action. Now that make we don't provide 24 hours electricity. We
rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Yeah, we for do the thing them way for make we happy, thing them way for make we gladdy, thing them way for make we progress. And the only people who they do that thing and they, not so people in our government no more, but we serve as people them. The government serve for do things some way right. You know, it should. And we for ask questions if we think say they're not doing what's right. If they tell them about parliament, say, I look back, so I will see that stuff there. Parliament say they don't pass how many bills? How many bills or so? Parliament say they don't pass now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Between August 2024 to 2025, the Parliament of Salone enact 19 bills. 19 bills. 9 they enact between that time day. And I can read waiting at the bill them. Then some other time we get this conversation. They enact the National Youth Service Amendment Act 2024, the National Youth Commission Amendment Act 2024, the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority Amendment Act 2024, the Finance Act 2025, the Sierra Leone Shipping Agency Act 2025, the Bank of Sierra Leone Amendment Act 2024, the Appropriation Act 2025, the National Petroleum Regulatory Act 2025, the Sierra Leone Social Protection Act 2025, the National Council for Technical and Vocational Education Act 2025, the National Early Warning and Response Mechanism Act 2025, the Child Rights Act 2025, the Tertiary Education Commission Act 2025, the Sierra Leone Railway Development and Regulatory Act 2025, the Counter-Terrorism Act 2025, one of the most controversial acts that we'll get this year. The Professional Social Work Regulatory Act 2025, and then there see a lot of people and celebrate, especially people where they provide social work services. The Investment Framework Agreement Ratification Act 2025, the Sierra Leone Electricity and Water Regulatory Commission Act 2025. This is for deal with me and you, but water and light. But how much involved are you in it? The Supplementary Appropriation Act 2025, we get for do with finances. But today, I just want to ask the question. The acts, they are all, the one that go for deal directly with me and you. They all deal directly with me and you, anyway. But how many times you MP can to you and tell you say this they happen? Waiting at your question or contribution. Just ask you say that question. They will go find time for discuss this. Let we can go to we guess. Let's just take this issue of the judiciary. The suspension of Honorable Justice Alan Alloy. Yesterday I talked about how, yes, the president get the power for suspend them, but he raised a lot of allegations that we need for be investigated too about the judiciary and the Chief Justice. So while so they can discuss and let we listen to what have been asked the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Alpha Sisena this program about that all issues and the concerns that we Justice Alloy will raise. Will they come and can join with us and converse, get a conversation about the judiciary of Salone? I just want to ask you this question. There was a letter where you were copied in, where the Supreme Court judge, Justice Alan Alloy, writes about, he complain about in livelihood. Say in money, in salary, the Chief Justice Don Olam complain about files being taken away from him. Are you concerned about, I was concerned because this comes from a Supreme Court judge complaining about the justice system itself. You were copied as Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
Yes, I was copied. But here's what I would say, Lama, on that issue there. When it comes to issues where they affect judges, whether it get for do with them welfare issues or whether it get for do with them work in the administration of justice, not a thing where we go discuss in the public.
Okay. No, but the concern is about the complaint about human rights abuse, his rights being abused. I could imagine if a Supreme Court judge can come openly and complain, and by the way, he shared the letter to the media, civil society organization, and that's why I'm referencing, not a confidential letter even.
So I no go speak to the learned Supreme Court judge in thought process as to why he exercised discretion for make that letter and the complaints contained in it public. I no go inform. I no go speak to your own thought process. I go only tell you say that is not something with the judiciary itself go discuss in the public. I go only tell you say yes, it is something we touch on the Chief Justice himself. You understand, and the judges, at that level, they take leadership into engaging on that issue there. Yes.
Are you mediating or in any way involved in addressing some of the concerns that we sent to you in that letter?
So here's the thing, as Minister of Justice, yes, me and the government or the president in representative for interface with the judiciary or the entire justice sector. But I do this acknowledging that we get separation of powers in this country. We are in the executive arm is headed by the president. The parliament, the legislative arm is headed by the Speaker of Parliament, and then the judicial arm is headed by the Chief Justice. So the government respects separation of powers, but also government understands we get responsibility for reform. The justice system. And when we talk about reforming the justice system, they talk about addressing the challenges where the judiciary face. So if you look at the justice sector reform strategy, we designed and launched last year, you go see it gets significant coverage on how we reform the judiciary itself, not only in the context of the laws we judges the interpret or how they deliver justice in the country, but also in the context of how the system functions for them, how the system, how we ensure say then get the working tools, how we ensure say we understand the challenges we judges them face, and that we're able for respond to those challenges, how we ensure say if we ask a judge for work on cases and deliver justice for people, make we give the judge the tools we in need for do that work. When we say we want to make justice be looked as a service, how we make sure say we get a judiciary we able respond to that, so that way the you lama or the mami within my community or the young man within my area, when it come for engage with that judiciary, make it come with the expectation say now a service the judiciary they provide to them. But for do that, we get for make sure say
have
the
you in
systems
any
work.
way, Mr. Minister, involved in the complaint raised by Justice Alan Alloway?
I will tell you one thing for sure. Say yes, as Minister of Justice, I don't look at the issues, but then like I say, respecting separation of powers, no say the judiciary get a system, a mechanism for handling it. And then of course, you know, on behalf of the executive branch of government, me go provide the necessary support where the judiciary need for fixing challenges, including responding to the issues where they in the letter or the manner in which judges themselves resolve their differences.
Finally,
and then I also want to make you note, say, when I talk about the mechanism, you know, you get the Judicial Legal Service Commission. You know, where I get representative day, right? Me office get representative day when at the Solicitor General. You understand? But you get other representatives. You get Public Service Commission represented there. You get the Bar Association represented there. Then all the day. You understand? We also get responsibility for look at them kind of issues here. So make we allow that system there for operate. Make we allow that system there for function very well.
Well, that's the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, Alpha Cisse. We've been there with me at the show now. We're asking the question about Honorable Justice Alan Alloway in complaint about his salary being seized. He's not receiving salary and other benefits away for gets, and also allegations that we make in letter about the Chief Justice taking cases them from and all that. And the minister talk about reforms in the judiciary and all of that. So this morning, I get the pleasure for welcome my very good friend and the former Renaissance brother. You know what I mean? I've been the Renaissance, but somebody where, you know, don't turn up for waiting a believing and in defending the rights of people and democracy, good governance in this country, whether through his practice as a lawyer or as a rights activist or as a citizen, just like that. Augustine Suri Sengbemara, the president of the Lawyers Society, is the first president of the Lawyers Society. And I just want to make it clear that in this program, I invited the judiciary, been in touch with them, and said they get back to me. They didn't, and we need to go ahead. We just can't wait. This is a public interest matter. We need to discuss them. I reached out to the Sierra Leone Bar Association, as then sit down at the the JLC, the Legal Commission. Then get representative there, as the minister say. Said they have a meeting, they will get back to me. They didn't get back, and we need to move on. Augustine Sori Sengbemara just come home from his vacation, and I reached out and he said, yeah, I'm going to come. Good morning, Augustine, and welcome.
Thank you, Lamana.
It is a pleasure having you.
Yes, thank you. I think this is my very first interview in a very long time. Somebody reached out to me, say, waiting there, you don't conscript yourself. I say, no, bruh, I just enjoy some mental break. You know, from time to time, the issues are plenty. You need for withdraw. And then also for preserve yourself. Self-preservation very key. You and I don't depend this struggle for so long. regime in, regime out, with the optimism that things can go change. But if you like, the more we speak, the more politicians and the bad people and they take this nation south. But I believe, say, part of your vision, a vision at Truth Media, for ensure, say, we always they push that arc of truth and justice. We not for tire.
Yeah.
Because bad people, they take break.
Yeah, they don't.
Bad people, they go on break.
Yeah.
So equally, we serve for be energized every day.
Yeah.
For say, the more we go bad, the more they become defiant for speak the truth.
Yeah. Like I said,
because nine the last.
Now this will the last. Like I said this morning, what do we need for build this? A movement. We don't try that. Somebody jokingly they say, he hopes say another talk about another Renaissance movement again. And that's the idea about it. I got into Renaissance inspired by people like you and other people within our government now. I was inspired by them. And I think what I've been doing, then things said it was important for get me along into Renaissance because that was the idea.
Absolutely.
How irrespective of who side we did, we're able to speak up and hold people with power accountable, respectfully, without malice and disrespect, within the law as well.
Absolutely.
And that is what Renaissance been they do.
Absolutely.
I remember then I go back and forth about what press release to put out, the legal aspects of and all that.
Absolutely.
And we maintain and stay within the law.
Absolutely.
And people might don't know, I mentioned it the other day. I served as communication person for Renaissance.
Yeah.
I remember the president pool where we call for Black Monday.
Yeah.
Mohamed Banga was Minister of Information then. And they called, why una they do this? Why una not like this country? Why una they and I had issues. I was working at Star. I had issues with my boss then, Philip Neville of blessed memory. But it was what I believed in.
Absolutely.
I stood by it. I believe in them because I was inspired by a group of young people. We believe, say, irrespective of who side we get a responsibility. We get part of them within our government.
Absolutely. By then.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're not being happy, but we were doing it.
Yeah.
But Dixon can always provoke me, say, been one me about Renaissance. And he been one me, he tell me, say, Paddy, he said, take you time. It's not genuine. And he can come and tell me, say, I've been warning you. And I can say, yeah, you said it, but I believed in it. And I don't get any regrets.
Absolutely.
No regret serving then. I served my conscience. And when it didn't work, I left. We all left.
Yeah.
You left.
Yeah.
You've been the inspired. You left. Jimmy left. And I said, bro.
A number of other people.
Let me sell left.
But the fact of the matter is, not so because you get bad apples, no means you not get people that we truly believe in this country who are change agents. Right? The idea is once you have a coalition of change agents, you can able get a ripple effect across because no one person able to save Salone because the issues they're many and diverse. Right? So now that make you need a coalition of people who are committed, not to for money, not to fame, not to power, not to resources. You're all qualified for Sidona government now. Some of we are as well.
It's a choice.
Yes, but we believe, say, speaking truth to power. Now the only way we save Salone.
Yeah. And the people that will get power, we can say, they need people like you.
Absolutely.
It's very important for the presidency, the vice presidents, ministers, because you won't know everything. We're all not perfect.
Absolutely.
You need people that will go call you out and tell you, say, no, this that you're doing is wrong, either legally, morally, it's not right.
Absolutely.
And you've already for accept and sit down and dialogue and get a solution to it.
Absolutely.
Because without people who hold you to account, you go just na freeway. You go just do things and safe. Because even within we families them, couples.
Yeah.
The wife go tell the pa say, no, this not right. The pikin go tell the pa, or the pa go tell the wife say this not right. But if you're not there, if then they're not there, then it's a problem. But like you said, we are here because we're inspired by people like you.
Thank you.
And we believe, say, we get a role for playing. This now we own choice.
Yeah.
Now waiting we don't choose for do. Like you say, Like you can be, you could have been, you qualified to be, you qualified to run for even for be president of Sierra.
Yeah, I turned 40 last month, so.
So you see, you qualified. Everybody is qualified, and you get friends in at the government. It's, I can say, for be politician and for working at government, one of the most easy things in this country.
Easiest.
Easy. You just need to belong and get one young person. And now we contemporary and then our government.
Absolutely. And they tell me party in a government and say, if you want to say we work difficult, can't set up a government, can't set up a business, do you begin criticize government with a business and salon.
Yeah.
And 5 years, tell me if you're able to thrive. I say some of you will get with practice. Now business or you call and law firm on a business.
Yeah.
You dey pay light bill, you dey pay staff them, you dey pay rent, etc. So now business we open. In essence. So whenever you criticize government, it means economically your business they suffer. I say if you can't set up 5 years, you criticize government, let's get a conversation. I say your work is simple.
Yes. So I was telling same to somebody, I talked to somebody late night yesterday before I sleep in the US. And I was telling him how people in the diaspora sometimes don't understand what people here we stand for waiting and believe in and try to maintain waiting and they go through. Sometimes you know, they don't get the picture. And like you say, I was saying, but what you do now oversee they do so. Can't spend time here and criticize and like you say establish a business.
Yes.
The sacrifice where people like you make and others as well.
Yeah.
The sacrifice where people they work in a government self make.
Yeah.
Everybody's making sacrifice. It's a choice. But it comes with a cost.
Absolutely.
For be that person where the old people and with power accountable. Sometimes it's not even the people that will get the power. It's the people that will they behind them.
Absolutely.
Like I said the other time, then throw away me box for go watch Nations Cup.
Wow.
Just because I raised question about delay of the flight coming. And later I get to understand, say, it was actually somebody where they support, where they close to one of the ministers. I ain't go show the minister, it tell the minister. And him begin vex now. The minister were involved later and him be explain me now. He's not a minister anymore. And then take this decision, bruh. Now God help Umar would have been there. Umar was there, Chernobyl was there, Tommy was there, our friend. And they said, no, this is not right. For goodness, then throw me box and begin announce my name.
Wow.
Passenger Amadou Lamganaba, please report. I was like, what thing I don't do wrong? What I said, brother, and throw me box. Say because me they oppose, right? I said, boy, we don't care for money. Nobody's communicating to us that there is a delay with the flight.
Absolutely.
Best practice is you could tell us there's a delay, please, gentlemen. The place was so chaotic. So the things that they go through. I share my story where we start this program about how
the other day me Paddy they talk about how it don't become now common for let them can take file na me and say, oh, we not think say we represent we because they see the Fed government all the time. So you're losing clients in droves, right? But not only clients, you're losing also friendships. Those people who are in government will feel say, oh, your voice too loud or it's too noisy for them comfort. So those people would always distance themselves, you know, irrespective of the years of friendship and also on a commot. And the idea about building a society is that we are all for be committed to common ideals. You know, countries that we don't thrive, then come together during the formation, the Renaissance years in Europe, etc., then come together, they agree on core minimums. Say na then tia will not forever betray in life. So now them values and they build society on. You know, yesterday me and me Paddy they get conversation. Mahmoud Kouma, Isabi Mahmoud was also still a Renaissance. A wonderful gentleman.
Yeah, wonderful.
Wonderful
He's a good
gentleman.
guy. He still believe in the Renaissance ideology.
We get conversation yesterday, and we agree say the difference between poor nations and rich nations, not resources, now organization. Rich countries then so organized in a manner that everything is almost predictable. When train the left, it's predictable. If you go to hospital, you predictable the services where they get. So the chaos we're thrown into, then really the distinction between country and the other country then they, right? So back to your question about the cost. The cost is huge, but for me, there's nothing else I could do with my life. Some days I wake up and I want to say, Bonami for total salon problem. But no, but like you, there's nothing else you could do. You can't be any other journalist, Lamana. You can't. You have to speak truth to power. So similarly, myself, I can't be anything else other than, and here's the thing before we come to the whole judicial saga. Me sitting here, now 5 years on, Justice Alloway, for example, and I've been the judge will sign me warrants for arrest me.
Yeah. And
5 years.
You've defended him.
Yes, 5 years. Because I told my friends my commitment is to truth, not to human being. I defend me enemies as much as my friends. So whether you offend me 2 years, 5 years ago, it don't matter to me. If they do you wrong, I speak up for you with the same fervor, with the same vigor, and with the same conviction that I would hold for friends. So I need to remember you bad self. Because for me, anything I see wrong, me belly the boil. You know, one for come out and say, no, this is unacceptable. It's not proper. It's not right. They did it to Lara Taylor Pierce. We sounded the alarm to judges. We say if we are not correct, it's wrong. When then done with the Auditor General, because the Auditor General then put under the same brackets like judges. So the same protection with judges and get under the Constitution, then give the Auditor General. So we sounded the alarm. Say if we not allow, let the executive get away with this, we then done with the Auditor General and they turn to judges. This is what is happening now. Not too long ago. Not too long ago.
Unfortunately, you have friends went to school, university with same club, fraternity,
everything.
Where them party and they are you losing them? Do they still believe that this is the Augustine we knew? Na college where they stand up for what they believe in. This is not the Augustine who sabi where the Renaissance we believe in what he believe in. He be leader of Renaissance and he challenge issues. And this is still the same Augustine, or you've lost those friends?
No, so we friendship still at the very minimum, right? Obviously, because of ideological differences, we're not very close anymore. But we're friends. We see them, we say I, etc., etc. Right? But the fact of the matter is that if you go back 20 years, people always have been in a college, 30 days, they would always tell you, say, I have stayed the same. Somebody tell me, say, well, Maria, something that because you're not going to government.
Yeah.
Now I say, no, at some point I ventured to serve na Salcab. 3 months I last. Because I went there with set principles, say I would not change.
Now you left? Why? Waiting up.
No, so
you were appointed to serve in Salcab?
Yes. So before I got that appointment, I talked to a number of me mentors in the legal field and say, me and Apostle don't want for going to mainstream governance. Right, so then he talk to me, say public service good, you get experience, etc. So take something that is outside the main corridors of government as a non-executive board member. So I took that and obviously stood up against a number of things. For example, increase of salaries. For example, at some point they can say, oh, bring you passports, they can't go somewhere, etc., etc. I say, no, I'm not the fault for all them things there. We should build corporate governance within this institution. Long story short, then kick me out. To this day, sitting here, me termination letter, and I'll see them. They don't ever give me.
Then just you say by what?
Yes. In fact, then send the letter. I understand, say then send the letter to the company secretary. Company secretary tell me, say, they don't mandate and not forgive me the letter. The chairperson by then, Sohi Fofana, also confirmed, say, he received your own copy. Say, Marami, no why make them not give you copy. Say, but I received my own copy. And unfortunately, I can't give you a copy of my copy. So 3 months, to this day, as I'm sitting here, and I don't see his sack letter, to this day. But clear instruction, obviously, they give you some remuneration every month when I've been part of the problem because board members by then, they wanted to inflate the argument now that under APC them they pay them up to $5,000.
I remember the president announced board members should not have vehicles, they should not have offices,
etc. And I stood up on that. I say non-executive board members now one day we can meeting per month. So we should not be entitled to rent, housing, medical, etc. I say them thin and regular staff. So the other board members and begin look me around and say, is it crazy? Who's planet in commons, etc. So long story short, 3 months. But then the Minister of Information one day pull me aside and say, I have respect for you. I say, how, sir? Because imagine saying I the person will kick me out, right? Now I say, no, me quite know me by then. He say he had a number of things about me. He say, but now we don't study and don't observe me, don't follow me. He realize say they make many misrepresentations about me person. He say, continue doing what you do. Tell me one thing. I think Rado, yes, Rado met on a panel. I don't know if that you mean moderator and AOIV by then, and he said, say, we in a panel as an activist. He said they eager for come. Say because I know your objective, and they do this from the heart.
That experience there.
So we share all the stories for say. Times may have changed, but the same things they continue. The same problems they don't face. 10 years ago, the sacking of the vice president, the same thing now they face. Auditor General, same people are within a bracket where constitution secure their office, not them, executive overreach the effect.
So the how you get that job there? Were you recommended by your friends or your friends of your friends?
Absolutely. You know how things are. New regime, Renaissance, that mean the firebrand. So everybody they think say, oh, we for reward Renaissance. So maybe don't take a position, say me I like me practice as a lawyer. So me not interested in mainstream. Right? Obviously, at some point, people and they say you can't criticize forever. If you are given opportunity in a public service for can serve, take it. So
that was the idea of Renaissance as well. Absolutely. So we can still have people in government be members of Renaissance.
Yes, and then change from within. Exactly, and then the other one the way they out to continue for doing work. So that's how I took up the job. So a president appoint me, not so like any other person.
But you don't see you sack later.
I don't see me sack to this day. Sir.
But we sorry about
and 3 months I last on that 3 months on that board.
You don't know what's in and sack you for out and sack you what you do.
No.
All them things here where they happen so generally. Like you say, we served in the Renaissance, there was this zeal, and when a young people that we believe say things can change, you get friends, people that we share a lot of things in common with who have been in the college growing up and all of that. What's in you they see now is has there been any changes with governance? Because the Renaissance mantra was, we've been get people with the APC, within our government, we have been part of Renaissance. People don't understand that, but we need to make them know. Them been they part of Renaissance. So the idea was for bring APC, SLPP, and anybody come together. And think say, we get a responsibility. We can change from within, but outside we can hold you accountable as well. And you think say things don't change, things are changing. You get people and we who have been share the same vision, they're part of governance now, hold very senior position within government.
To be honest with you, I think because I've been getting such heightened hopes for this crop of leaders after regime change in 2018, I would say unapologetically that in my estimation, things have not changed. And that is because me being get such high hopes that then group of people here, we understand the value system that will be done create from their movement here, going back from college, all the conversations we had about changing Sierra Leone as young people. After college, all the conversations we had, etc. They tell people and say the Renaissance philosophy was finalized in my house. I was given the responsibility of writing down the manifesto, which I did. So I understand them principles. We understand, say, the commitment was to change Sierra Leone, every facet of Sierra Leone. right? And I remember one part of the conversation we get now, whether for bring religion and also get a renaissance of religion. We fought around that one day, and when we get a consensus for say, as part of we all cultural and value system, religion is such a critical component. So we may agree, say there's no way we can go out and left religion. Because we think, say, the role where we pastors and we imam then they play for shape the man holistically can also mean, say, we can able get good citizens if pastors and imams and they're also the part of the Renaissance drive. So at the end of the day, we may agree, say, the Renaissance of religion also for be a component, right? So looking back, going to seven years now on in governance with this crop of leaders, I am yet to see the foundational values and then core values that will be agreed in Renaissance being practiced and being implemented in governance, right?
What's
For
the
me,
core values there?
values about commitment to not only service delivery, but to honesty and truth, right? And the core value of the Renaissance therefore puts nation above self at all times, right? Believe you me, I look at this regime now, the only difference between this regime and the regime we did before, not difference of people, not just change of people. The same dynamics, the same system, the same inadequacies that we don't grapple with under the last regime, the same inadequacies. Will lights not change?
No, but there's improvements with electricity.
Oh no, I visit a friend of mine. We gets really good space, and the voltage horrible. You don't knock off a number of equipments, you know.
But should we also agree that there is some progress? There is nationally, there is the appetite for development, and there is some progress with things that are happening, reforms, new laws, you know, and projects and programs, and the rolling out of them as well.
Absolutely. I'm not saying there's not been any movement. There's been a movement. Naturally, if you can't bring any set of people, it would move the nation a bit. But whether I call that one day significant development, we go make watch back and say we forget all the regimes them before because we have been blessed by such a crop of leaders, I would say no. We don't pass laws them, quite frankly. We don't pass fantastic laws them. But action and then laws then there's a whole gulf between them, right? We don't pass brilliant laws them for women, but women still grapple with boku problems them, right? The other day we get a colleague of mine, we then sack now one pan the bank name, etc. We still live on the issue day. So you get a whole system of laws, but then the rights and within laws then they don't promise, those rights are not being realized.
What's in the fundamental thing where you've been thinking, say, or where you they look at for a government, you know, for make you believe, say, yes, there is progress or there is some semblance of change?
So I think that's a fundamental question. So there's always two schools of thought within government in terms of whether government for better with life, give electricity, good road, they not care about civil rights, right? The other school of thought, they say civil rights not important. Whether we get a transparent government, whether a government accountable, whether we know a number of travels away, perhaps government officials they don't undertake, and we able to quantify the benefits. Because if you don't travel 25, 26 times in a year, if we're able to do the cost-benefit analysis, if we're able to come back and say, then 25 travels and they cost alone $500,000, for example. But from then travels and they would able to bring $25 million, would allocate $10 million to Guma. So Guma now don't lay pipes them. Hill station we no get water, for example, don't begin get water. And
but some travel and they were in a statutory actually. We get for do it because we part of UN we need for go. Because we're part of ECOWAS we need for go. AU we need for go. So you understand?
So I think the people away they against travel, not they are against statutory travels. No. I think, you know, before when this particular regime came, you know, before now, get for the list the number of people where they travel,
yeah.
you know, the purpose of the travel, etc., etc. Then they don't left farm a long time ago, right? So it's not just the statutory travels that people are against, but the other travels that citizens do not know why the whole or significant amount of the government paraphernalia for left country and back on then travels and where, for example, you get ambassadors there already. You get trade envoys. We get boku trade envoys the way they don't appoint. So a number of people and can take care of a number of things. Plus the foreign minister, for example. You get attaches them all over the globe. So we think, say, if the travels are numerous, we forget a corresponding increase in development. If we're able to say, let's travel more, because every time we go, when we come back, we city then they turn almost cities of gold, you know, proverbially, right? But we have not seen that. We see, say, more and more the state resources are being diverted for funding travel sending when key institutions, for example, are being deprived of needed resources. For example, the local council, and they tell you, say, it's been now September, I think, is the 9th month. They don't get the subvention for the entire year. So a number of institutions say we walk into something and the lights not there. Wait to happen and say money not there for put top up because we not receive a subvention. So across the board. So
your good friend, your good friend, the Minister of Civic Education and Information, say he was here. And he said the present travels are justified. And the MCC now on revenue, we don't come, we will be proud of. Another development programs, we a justification of the president in travel. Say, the president not just the travel for pleasure. The president said don't talk in a state opening. Say he's not traveling for pleasure. He's traveling because he needs to travel, statutory travels, and also for connect alone with the world and seek development support for the country.
Yeah, I think I disagree. I disagree with all respect to the minister. Because I think, say, the best justification for them travels for big development, right? Some things have to be so clear on the ground that you don't need to explain. Now, we the people who don't say, yes, we president for go, because every time he goes, when he comes back, we see, like, you know, development across the board. But we have not seen that.
Yeah, the MCC is one.
No, but the MCC get office, the MCC get coordinators, the MCC gets a whole structure and framework. So president don't need to say for left in office for let the MCC work, right? Because it's a whole structure. They get an office where they do preliminary work, etc., etc. So I don't think say all land travels here the MCC related, right? And before SLPP can power, the MCC framework be non-start. So it's just a matter of continuation, really. I don't think, and I think say Boku other citizens and also share the same sentiments. Say them travels here don't get any knock-on effect economically. If you look back, you don't see, say, we don't become even more impoverished, right? We, you know, many a time you hear all but them fancy something. Oh, they don't promise alone this amount, they don't promise alone this amount. But those are promises, really. So we don't see quite, if we look at agriculture, if we look at other sectors, we don't see quite the impact that we can say safely with all conviction, say this sector under SLPP government, they don't address them.
Okay. Let me talk about the judiciary. You know, the Lawyer Society put a statement yesterday about they call for the reversal of the suspension of the Honorable Justice Alan Alloway and demand investigation into his complaint contained in his letter on 11th August 2025. But first, before we go into that matter, as a member of the judiciary as well, as a lawyer, what are your assessment generally of the judiciary of Sierra Leone?
Okay, you know, I mean, I think, say, the truth of the matter is that the judicial arm of government, the arm of government where we need significant amount of work. I say that because na the branch of government that they were responsibility now for check the two other branches of government. Unfortunately, for the last decade and or so, we not don't quite get that judiciary. We don't assert that position there with the constitution gear. We not get that judiciary the way you can wake up in the morning if you get case in a court, you satisfied say they go na court. Absolutely not in mind. Say I go get justice. Right? And the funny thing about justice, you're not for able to predict justice, right? Because I mean every case they turn on in facts, right? But I tell you, anybody will get case in a court, we grab in the morning, they grab in the morning worried or anxious. Once you get a feeling there, you know say that institution there get significant amount of work needed to be done. One, for confidence, but also in terms of predictability. Sometimes litigants and go to court, they don't even know when courts they start. Some people in Kindle and they hang around for hours. You do your case, you don't even know when they write judgments. Right? I get a current matter in a Supreme Court where my client from 2017 where they reserve a matter for judgment. It's now 8 years against one big company. Unfortunately, that company they don't close down. 8 years within a Supreme Court for the matter. Right? I do a case in 2015. I done. Now for them, all part them. They work in one pan government institution. They then terminates them services and can't we but cool part them. Over 50 something. I done the matter in 2015. May 2015, I remember that month, clearly. From that day to now, 10 years on, we wait for judgment. 10 years. Panem 50-something, pardon, we been calm. As a young lawyer by then, Panem 50-something, pardon, I think almost half of them don't die. Half of them still waiting. One pani man the way them they carry them pattern, old self now na me eye. The man don't grey and what have you. They're still waiting for justice. So once you have all the number of things here, you can't sit down here and then beat your chest and say we get a judiciary that is above scrutiny or above board.
What the fundamental problem with it? Like you say, most of these things are things we keep discussing.
Absolutely.
Irrespective of which party or who than a president.
Absolutely.
Is it about capacity? Is it about resources? Or is it about the will, the leadership will say for change things?
No, I think it's about what within computer sciences, and they say, once you have garbage in, garbage out. Right? So in other places, for example, and with all due respect to judicial officers, all due respect, one forgets his space, so I'll speak truth to power. Don't be clear. In other places, for let them appoint a judge, you go through such a scrutiny. By the time they're done with you, everybody knows, say, they are appointing the best of the best. Right? In Kenya, for example, then they interview all on state broadcaster. People would come and then say, oh, this judge, this man who be not do X, Y, or Z, not qualified for turn judge. Or this man who be not sabi record, he works on side, he do X, Y, or Z, he not qualified. Plus, then look at you, all CV, scrutinize them in a manner. Unfortunately, not just under this regime, with all due respect, but also past regimes, we don't see, say, more and more. Once a regime change, more likely where government take over power, they appoint in pro the lawyers and we align with that regime there. Now they eventually more likely for turn judge. When then they happen, it means say the sieving process not go be rigorous. The application process not go be really tough. They would not ensure that they get the best of the best. They would ensure that they get people away sympathetic to their cause. So that way, now the best way for you destroy society. Now for you, where you once you get power, you begin appoint, you paddy them for puts in a sensitive position. Because as a judge,
but Augustine, you can appoint your friends, but if they get values, and like how the president appoints you, you add values and you believe what you stand for, you challenge issues, and you were sacked.
Absolutely.
Yes, but the president get the power for appoint. But repeatedly he has been saying, me believe say the judiciary for being independent. I play a video this morning where they talk about judges and they involved in land sales. He say, you know, they interfere in the work of the judiciary, but a need for talk to some of the judges who they involved in that. Is it about values? Is it about we as a people rather than the politicization of the judiciary?
No, I think it's about really the screening process. So, I mean, I have been, within the judiciary for over 10 years plus. The fact of the matter is, sometimes you wake up in the morning and then suddenly you realize say somebody don't turn judge, right? So the fact of the matter is we not get such a rigorous screening process whereby, like you say, and I agree, sometimes you can appoint your friends, but your friends, they are one of the best, right? I mean, fair enough, right? Nobody no one for deprive your own party they were competent of serving. But the fact of the matter is we see, say, the whole process of appointment of judges them is so heavily politicized in such a manner that that needed scrutiny in a day. So the fact of the matter is once you get people away, they are more aligned and more sympathetic. Once you appoint those, in a way, it's really, really difficult for you get the significant outputs there. Because, don't really subject them to rigorous screening process, right? So that is one. But also, I think that we have to be very, very frank, we have a lot of unseen executive control of the judiciary.
You mean from the executive arm of government?
Executive arm of government, unseen. I say this because we know, I mean, it's what we work on a daily basis. We know a number of times we will get them, judges and go receive them calls here from, powers that be, expressing opinion. And it's a small country. Once a judge don't feel like, say, they're under some kind of, even if it's a subtle threat, then they feel threatened.
They want please the people.
The powers that be, right? So you get a whole group where, because they are more sympathetic to a regime, they go always act pro that regime. You get another group where they go afraid. Right? You get another group where sometimes they will feel say they're anti to that regime. We go mean say that group themselves get for suffer. Whether they are anti to the leadership within the judiciary or they are anti to a system or they are perceived to be anti, they suffer. So at the end of the day, because of all them dynamics there, the litigants now get for suffer.
The people.
Because the people.
Yeah.
So, because at the end of the day, predictability no day, certainty no day, and justice now left at the whims and caprices of all them dynamics here.
Okay.
So that's a problem that we face fundamentally. And until we get the judiciary straight, unfortunately, no sector in our government now this country not the work.
Why?
Until we get the judiciary. Because the judiciary now go make businessman where the kind of country no say and be assured say if anything go wrong, then get such a judicial system that are not go afraid safe for invest me money. We don't get cases upon cases in which business people, for example, don't get cases, and then at the end of the day they don't turn around and say, I can share a story. I will get a case where they reserve in 2018 big businessman. They don't do business over 60 years. The other day, called me, say, Augusti, why you not advise me saying, now so on a court day. From 2018, we'll wait for judgment. So it's now 7 years plus. So he said, why you not tell me, say, now so? Right? Now say, well, we have a system that you can't predict. Right? If for example, government get interest in a matter, we judiciary able to finish that matter in 2 days.
Yeah, we've
seen
those cases.
In 2 days, they can be very swift. In 2 days. For example, the PR matter. You see how they conclude them within a short period of time.
It's a
Yeah?
public interest matter. It has to do with the election.
Yes. But you also get similar cases. For example, Lara in case go over 3 years. Over 3 years. So past way people begin to say, "When I done this case now." So you get cases that we also get similar importance, but once align with government in interest, it's not giving the urgency.
There are reforms. Before we come, the video will play the AG, Ayadimir.
There are promises of reforms, and I agree with the AG.
Yes,
Promises of
exactly.
reforms.
We get the CPA way came into effect on the 16th. It talk about how you go, capacitate the institutions, the judiciary, provide the capacity, provide the resources, and as well make access to justice, more than a communities, the Muslim people, and the points you make about trust in the judiciary as well.
Absolutely.
Do you agree that we're progressing? There are reforms, even with the challenges that we highlight?
There are reforms, and I think the Honorable AG don't do quite a lot. But like I tell you, some of these reforms, they have been captured in policies and in document. The new CPA is out. Although fundamentally we disagree with the removal of the jury system, that is something that I think that again we can always sound this alarm. Say people like Paulo not for able to get away with treason if we don't get jury system. So we have sounded the alarm. You go pull jury system. We know politicians, they always get this tendency.
Can be abused.
Right? If they send one other politician, we're not in a government later on, in later years, and then you go turn around and say, because when I put jury system, when I put the man in faith now in the hands of a judge. And it's easy for like corrupt one man. It's difficult for like corrupt a group of people because everybody, somebody will grab say, this morning I read me Quran, I'm afraid Allah, I'm afraid God, and they do this bad. But if that one person, you can easily able for muscle in willpower. So now that make jury system good. Because just in case one day you grab like one for do bad to your political enemy, you go entries in Panam. You go before him peers and you can say, but I will not think say this evidence sufficient for how we hold this man. Right? So much as we celebrate the reforms with the new CPA promise, access to justice, bringing justice, and I agree with the AG in terms of other modes of resolving disputes. Mediation, you involve community people and for intervene and what have you, right? But also, what we have seen is a number of other provisions that have been introduced were also a bit troublesome. The other day, while I was away, I'm just a follow, and I don't get time for critically scrutinize. But for example, they don't introduce a provision where if police hold you for them economic crimes or capital offenses, where they can hold you for up to 10 days, if they get need now, per the new CPA, they can go apply for letting give the additional 15 days. I say, wait a minute. The Constitution says 10 days. Meaning all thing way you for do if I don't do it inside 10 days, you don't need additional 15 days. Now when I don't can introduce 15 days, even though when I say the man for go apply for
you need approval.
But in this country, police go apply, they would naturally give them. So not so it's just ticking that box. So not so like say then get for go question them and cross-examine them what you need. Right? So what you have created is a further 25 days now. Right?
For the person in detention.
Where the Constitution not contemplate 25 days. It's a ultimate way you for do. In America recently, this assassin, they interview him, they don't ultimately appear. Within 10 days, it don't appear.
They have the infrastructure,
No.
resources and all.
Yes, I understand that. I am just saying that most of the time them and I mean, obviously, you would have instances in which you will need additional days. Yes, I agree.
Some cases, the kind policy were involved, high profile maybe, or the kind money or investigation, because we don't have all the resources.
I agree, but again,
infrastructure.
that's what we always say. So if you think you need for do more investigation, or put the person at detention, so you can investigate, you put them on bail, stringent bail. where you secure the person, then you go about and investigate. But once you keep under detention, the law they say now the term they count against you. So not put under detention, you know, do you work it? So not put under detention now. So in other countries, they don't get background evidence. Where they hold you, now for confront you with the evidence now. So in a way, that within that 10 days, they don't close now the evidence once they don't interview you with your statement and charge you, right? But like I say, I mean, I need time for really sit down and scrutinize some of them things. And it's a brilliant law. I think say it was about time. We may need for change in 1965. It's been around for more than half a century now. We need for change up, right? So it's welcoming, but also we need for sound the alarm. Say the jury system is out, and like what we've been sound the alarm for Lara, for them judge them. We don't want for remind politicians and 2-3 years down the line and say we've been telling her. Now then they can't try you alone. Judge alone. Where if now other tell you say jury, when are ordinary people them. When me party they work now Freetown City Council they appoint them for turn juror. You see don't they listen to the evidence. Say the other day, they listen to the evidence, they go deliberate, they only find the person guilty. Say because the evidence then self. And that's the thing about justice. So I let you know to lawyer and judge. We a case, you didn't know the truth, who side the truth they. So because it's a human thing. It's not a way we go study law.
But
make
the argument also was that it's open to abuse, delays as well, and all of that. It's not a perfect system. It's open to abuse as well. Just like a one person where they take decision.
No, the system will get that system they fine. The problem will get now that we get a whole lot of inadequacies with the problem. So waiting normally we can do in this country. Once we able to solve problems, we discard them. We do away with them, right? Rather than building the jury system for ensure say, because most of them people and the way they come, now people the way they left their job then something them for come.
Yeah,
and
work
they
for
will tell you
government.
say
They don't get transport.
So
if you say we get case now, you they give them.
Yes, if they tell you say wait and cancel, then they for wait 5 hours before they call them matter. So if somebody knows say what can at 9:15 to 9:45, now that 30 minutes there they spend, he can able allocating time, he can spend in 30 minutes he go. But many a time they will come and wait them 5 hours before they call them case, which is not nice. So most of the time when they call somebody, you say no, because waste time they too much. Then they waste time. So if you build that system, you take care of all the problems. It's a good system. But because people are not got appetite for reform and address problems and do away with them.
Let me look at the letter from Honorable Justice Alan Alloway. I mean, they say yesterday, if we get that kind of concern from a Supreme Court judge about the judiciary, it's worrying and it needs to be investigated. And I see the Lawyer Society say the same thing. Within allegations and the judiciary use you the work, what's in your reaction to this? Some of the things has to do with some serious allegation and cases about taking files away from him and because of imposition and all of that. Not only in human rights, but also files away from him.
Yeah, I think fundamentally we don't capture. So here's the thing, and we've made this very clear. Not to like say the Lawyer Society don't take Justice Alloway inside or believe in story over waiting at CJ in own response. We position at that. Justice Alloway complained. And we can disagree with in the communication of the complaints. We can disagree. We can say, okay, well, something no need for kind of social media. If we don't use other channels and within, we can disagree. But that don't mean say for dismiss legitimate grievances, right? So naturally, when we see that letter day, like I was away, I saw it with the executive. We say, what we will do, Lord, right to CJ, let we ask him for response to the allegations, right? So that he himself can able to tell your own side of the story. Because it's not good for like get one game person they tell your own side of the story. And I think it will be biased of we for comments we know from CJ. So we wrote him a letter on the 22nd of August. We understand say be there away by then, but in confidential secretary we received the letter. Now they receive all other processes for the CJ. We know he from him. on the 5th day of September, we understand, say, CJB don't return. We send another letter, say, now we don't return it in our office. We send them and say, kindly, sir, we don't see this letter being paraded on social media. A number of allegations where this man don't state in letter, say, they know they allocate files them, and they take files them from them. They don't stop in allowances. Then they don't affect in health. In mama self not well, but you don't get money for take care of them, etc., etc. Then they marginalize them, you they bully them, etc., etc. So one for your own side of the story. On the 5th day of September, the second letter go, no response. So unfortunately, we see this suspension now. So we said, wait a minute, right? We think, say, fundamentally, 3 things and they were wrong. One, now, before we address the 3 positions I will take, I think, say, and then bring me back to your question, if institutions and get really grievance mechanisms and within, senior judge of the Supreme Court no go kind of social media. For let somebody kind of social media, it means say it don't exhaust all thing within or nothing other within for be exhausted. For let somebody kind of social media na like we can on a barrier. And say me people like we can all in a community say, una help me I don't tire now. Then a social media. For let a man we don't work in the judiciary for many years, come to that position. Now, 2 things. Either you don't exhaust all internal mechanisms, they don't work for them, nobody know a year, or internal mechanisms and they but they work. So now then 2 things in it. Now that make us say sometimes and if somebody don't take an unconventional mode for communicating grievance, please excuse that unconventional mode. You reinforce. You can address that unconventional mode later on. So what we see now that the Judicial Legal Service Commission, when I make recommendation to President for appoint judges, we also also recommend the discipline of judges and suspension of judges. Then sit down on this matter, and then recommend say let them suspend the very man we come forward and complain na social media. So we say, wait a minute. We don't think say this correct. This man in complaint in the table. Now una for investigate first. If at the end of the day una investigate the man in complaint, una come back and say no, this man in complaint, no, he don't get any evidence for all the allegation. So we think say he don't smear the name of the Chief Justice, he don't scandalize the judiciary. For that reason, because we don't investigate in complaint, and we don't fail not say in complaint no all water, we now they recommend to President let them discipline them. They have not done that. They have skipped the process. So they don't left the man in complaint at table. They don't address now the man in communication of the complaint, which is not fair.
So you now understand saying the manner in which, because I've been talking to somebody close to Justice Alloway, and he was saying the letter with Ngiano clearly states what is being investigated for, and the one with the public as well not clearly states which is being investigated.
So I think it's only reasonable to say before August 11, before that Monday, right? There was nothing against him. Not to like say them the investigator. So the only thing we don't trigger all of this now August 11 letter. Even because of the August 11 letter, make the Judicial Legal Service Commission meet. So when they met, we own expectation and for meet now say we don't get this complaint with this man don't right against Chief Justice. Do you respond to we so long we know whether this allegation they all water or not? No, when they saw the letter, they were offended by the fact that the man go on social media and perhaps not cancel them for address the complaint. So because of that, they think say, oh, we get for discipline this man because of the communication of the complaint, which is only the reasonable inference that can be drawn from the circumstances. Like we say, we not get all the facts, but now that's not the reasonable inference that can be drawn, right? Because in the letter from the presidency, it say you are being suspended for misconduct. And the only thing waiting at the fall regarding misconduct now is the letter, right? And we have been deprived of their reasons and because Chief Justice not may respond to it 2 letters. Right? Now that make we emphasize say public officials them, they owe a duty to citizens them. under the right to access information, where citizen rights, even if you know right invoking provisions under the right to access information, it behoves public officials, when citizens, especially pressure groups, public interest groups, for like responding right.
Yeah, or even call on to a meeting and explain.
Absolutely. In the second letter, we even request say we are available to meet so we can have this discussion. So that are the fundamental issue we will take in terms of the position. Say one, the Judicial Legal Service Commission don't put the cat before the horse. Therefore, don't investigate the man in complaint rather than making a recommendation to president for let president suspend. And president under the constitution, once he get a recommendation in there, you go act on the recommendation. So that's the first position we'll take. The second position, now that we think say in suspension no agree with the constitutional provision. The constitution say where president receive the recommendation, president they set up a tribunal before he suspend. It also happen in Lara Taylor Pierce. Then suspend them before then they set up the tribunal. In fact, the tribunal then set them up long after then suspend them. In fact, the first group of people where them put together, I took an objection.
And then
so they began for change them. Right? So similarly, now this also they don't do to the judge. It brings us back to this the alarm we sounded. Say if we not allow let them treat Lara Taylor Pierce this way, then go come for her. Right? So that's the second position. Say the suspension not constitutionally not conform to the constitution. Yes. The third point is that if you treat a senior judge of the Supreme Court this way, we get legitimate grievance, it they make other judge them we get concerns and go afraid. I say what they do now, they suppress grievances within the judiciary. That small judge, that small magistrate we go get legitimate concerns, go afraid say, if Supreme Court judge will talk, then treat and this way, last sit down with me. Grievance.
And Alan, the Honorable Justice Alan Alloway mentioned that he's one of the people we don't they stand up and talk, challenge the Chief Justice on issues there.
Absolutely. So because he's a very senior, even by practice, he's senior to the Chief Justice.
Okay.
By practice.
So this issue about speaking up and in the judiciary, you the work at the judiciary about them concerns there. How you think, you talk about grievance mechanisms.
Absolutely.
Even for the public.
Absolutely.
Because for me, if a Supreme Court judge can be taken this way, I don't see, before we go on here, I was saying, I don't see people and they pay attention to the allegations that we make about the judiciary.
Absolutely.
For me, they're very, very important as well. And I said on Facebook and X, say, the president as well for set up a committee or the JLC for investigate them concerns there.
Absolutely.
And make the outcome public, like
Absolutely.
you say. If he was wrong, then say no, this man wrong.
Absolutely.
If he's right,
Absolutely.
so they build trust and confidence
Absolutely.
in the judiciary, even for we as ordinary
Absolutely.
people. But for now, I have a picture of the Chief Justice and the judiciary, said by a Supreme Court judge.
Yes.
Where they work there, me know they work
Absolutely.
there. Now, like if staff come here and go say things publicly about how we they operate,
You go more likely trust that person.
Exactly.
Insider information.
Exactly. So in circumstances like this, una the people where they work at the judiciary, how do you build trust of the judiciary? Where that person go say, but me not believe even under demand or they work themselves, they complain about the system.
Lamran, I think this is a missed opportunity for the judiciary. Judiciary for the use this case for show the people what in transparency look like. Therefore, don't set up an inquiry, investigate, because not only the fact that they take file from fact that they stop his salary, say that he go to a point that he asks for let the Chief Justice resign.
Yes, he did. He did.
So
that.
these are very strong allegation. So this man, they asked for the resignation of the Chief Justice. Right? So what you could have done, now for ensure, say, una set up an inquiry for either clear the Chief Justice or for give justification to the man in allegation for say, yes, we don't look into this matter, the Justice Allo being correct, all waiting a complaint of, now in the Chief Justice they do am. Or we don't look into this matter. Waiting Justice Alloway be not complain of, not to true. We don't examine all the circumstances, not true. Waiting and they go do, it go send comfort to ordinary citizens them. Say judiciary, they cover anything. Then they ensure say they look into matters and then they are transparent about that. For now, what he they appear as if this man come forward with complaint, and then in order for shield the Chief Justice and go after the man. Now then he don't appear as.
Now so
right?
because
And with all due respect, and this is what we have said, in Lawyer Society, we have said we don't take Justice Alloway inside. Not that we are saying Justice Alloway allegation correct against CJ. No, we have not said that. We have said investigate in allegation. So what we have called for, let President reverse his suspension, send the matter back to the commission, let the commission investigate. If at the end of the day, they come to a conclusion, say, Justice Alloway unjustifiably just smear the character of the Chief Justice, they now have legitimacy for recommending suspension.
you know Justice Alloway more than I do. You work in the judiciary. This is the second time he's been suspended. He was suspended in 2010 by former President Ernest Bai Koroma, and this is the second time again. Who is Justice Alloway, if you could? Is he a controversial person or not somebody where you go say they within a system or not somebody where they tin up for within he believe in?
Lama, I think for me, I don't want to comment on this person. I mean, for obvious reason, like I told you, me and a person where they do this work, it's more about issues and not about the person. You know, and I mean, Justice Alloway in a judge where I don't appear many times before, I don't practice before, I'm a sector.
They don't sign you.
Me warrants.
You warrant.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you know, where they put me in a dock that 10 day, now they all me sit down at the Supreme Court where they hold me in contempt. And by the way, you know, I don't get 1 or 2 interviews for critical things in life, where the only thing we've come up and say they don't convict you.
Yes. So you're a convict.
A convict, right? Critical interviews when the only thing and we don't come up, right? But then I took my time to explain that it's part of my work. Mandela was a convict. It's part of our work. You know, who do this work, conviction, list of me worry. So you explain that and people understand you're an activist. So it comes with the terrain.
You accept that you're a convict?
It comes with the terrain.
No, you accept, say you're not a convict?
Because it's on record. Even if I reject it, it's on record.
No, but do you accept that you're a convict?
No, I am not. I mean, I am not. I'm a, you know, maybe a convict from a conviction. Right? So just for telling you, must say for me, it's more about issues and not about the person. Because sitting here, like I know, even when I was running for the Bar Association, people can come with objections, say, I'm not for run because
exactly, that's the point. Like you say, it's on the record that you've been convicted.
So I should not sit here and then talk about issues where touch and concern somebody. We don't put that label on my life, right? But I believe in justice. I believe, say, even the vilest of we, even the meanest of we, deserve justice.
Do you think that's a scar you will live with? Maybe sometimes you go and be president. You think that's something that will affect you?
Conviction for presidency, say now for dishonesty, fraud, etc.
Okay, it not affect you in that. But you think that's a scar that is on you?
So that's the problem, because if now other courts have don't go to a superior court for get overturned, but with the Supreme Court, you can't go anywhere.
And you live with that?
It's part of my work. It's part of it's some of the scars I would show to my kids, to other generations to say, yes. And, you know, critical interviews, that's the only thing that came up. Say, oh, you have been critical interviews. I'm telling you, my brother, critical interviews. That's the only thing will come up.
It don't affect you?
No, I think in all those circumstances, they came back and understood that, oh, it's part of your work. It's not dishonesty. It's not fraud. It's not, it's part of your work.
So what's going to be the outcome if these issues you raised, Lawyer Society, if the decision is not reversed and the allegations are not investigated, you know, by the GLC and all of that, what's going to be the position of the Lawyer Society?
We would look into it. I mean, we don't do this press release. We understand, say, all the, especially executive branch of government, executive branch of government could see them. So we we'll look at a number of things that we'll do if at the end of the day this we call for reversal. They not comply with them. The presidency not consider them. We would ensure that we take other steps. Forget the Judicial Legal Service Commission for act accordingly.
Okay.
Because we don't want a situation where somebody come forward with a complaint, and because you know what for listening to that complaint, you now superimpose the complaint with an allegation against the person.
Okay.
So now we need to talk about Justice Alloway, all these in complaints about the allowance, about files being taken. So all now we dey look now Justice Alloway misconduct, which is not fair really.
You expect forget any outcome of this and say this, because we get a society of where issues can happen, pressure groups can raise concern, but the institutions and they go on with waiting they want for do them and just not consider say these are concerns that we need to address. Like I say, we don't try to forget the judiciary now for talk about this even before now, and it's been very, very difficult.
Yeah, I think what we can do is do what we were doing now, spotlight these issues. I mean, we get all the tools and we will get now we earn. If we think say we can able for utilize any other tools other than them public advocacy, would use them, but also would follow the matter. The Attorney General Day, Nina the titular head of the bar, not the bar association, the bar, right? So we would also consider for engage them on this issue for see whether the Judicial Legal Service Commission, and this is what I said. I said the Judicial Legal Service Commission, I for don't de-escalate this matter. But if you like they don't come pour petrol pan fire.
Okay.
Right? So this was an issue where them for don't bring and say, okay, Justice Alloway, we don't agree with you, say you go social media. Right? But come with you, we talk this talk. Can see them hear you and they call Chief Justice will talk this talk between una because una all two sits na the same court. Chief Justice na a boss, yes, but una all na Supreme Court judge them. Right, so we
very
can see
senior,
very senior. Justice Alloway is very senior. If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm the most senior judge
yes,
at the
he
Supreme
said that,
Court.
yeah.
Not the Supreme Court now. So for me, them for the able handle this issue within.
If you read in letter, it mentioned in some cases witnesses how certain times and they don't try for bring people them come around for resolve some of the issues there. And it seems like
he also mentioned say 1 or 2 times he don't ever talk to CJ himself.
Yeah.
So all this they tell you say grievance mechanisms are not they work internally. So the Judicial Legal Service Commission merely don't verify some of the things that this man don't say. Because otherwise them for don't look at this issue internally. So they will not for don't know safe. Then for don't come out with a statement and say Judicial Legal Service Commission don't resolve the matter between Justice Alloway and the Chief Justice. We thank the public for the interest in this matter. Full stop.
Una go court if the concerns you raised are not for secret redress. Una mention constitutionality.
Yes, we would look at all the options. But for now, I think say if we know from the executive branch of government, since the AG now straddle the executive and judicial arm of government would approach his office, and if there's a need for use any litigation tools, if at that time we come to that conclusion and decision, would use all the tools that we have available.
Okay. Well, we're still open to conversation on this. The judiciary, my friend and brother, colleague, Elkas, I call yesterday, been say they call me back, call hopefully anytime when I want to react to this and respond to this issue, hopefully we'll talk about that. Quickly, Augustine, I want to look at things that really happen as well in the salon. The constitutional review, you're a lawyer. It's very important. I get the Attorney General here the other day talk about how possibly we get forget a referendum. There are things that we not to entrench clause we get for go to the Parliament as soon as they open. Waiting at your position, on the constitutional review process.
So I think I don't sound this, and me and the Attorney General may not get some. I've been on meet also privately on this issue. I think that the constitutional review process not receive that kind of transparency that it deserves. right? We will not get white paper after the last constitutional process by Justice Cowan, by the last regime. SLPP said we don't pull a white paper on the issue, where basically that white paper then for reject boku recommendations where the constitutional review process been make. And I mean sound some sentiment as if the constitutional review committee we be non meet and interact with more than maybe then say over 10,000 people. Don't make recommendation. Don't go set up a small committee we sit on a State House, and that committee they come up with a white paper rejecting recommendation. I said that process, I said that's not a legitimate process. I said the people they don't sit down together, they don't meet all interest groups, they don't make recommendation. Una go, I said what in the white paper for do now for put all the recommendation and done. Una no get that power there for reject recommendation. I said,
but is it not their responsibility as a government for we accept this? It happened with former President Komas.
Yes, so now make me reject the white paper as well. When the recommendation, all the recommendation they put in parliament are not the people's representatives. Now therefore look at their recommendation and if their recommendation they touch and concern the entrenched clauses, you bring them to referendum. So even them not get power for reject them.
You mean the executive arm of government?
No, the parliaments now. The executive arm of government, their own duty, now for put all the recommendations and it together in a white paper and submit it to parliament. Parliament, one day when not get for do with the entrenched clauses, then can debate them whether they accept them now on behalf of the people or reject them. Now make who get them day. But the one day we get for do with the entrenched clauses, they're not for touch them. Then they send them to the people for vote on them. So what they did was to set up a committee, small group of people. In fact, I doubt if woman me did it. If not, so then I mean 1 or 2 women, about 7 or 9 people. Then sit down at State House, lock themselves in one room, and then sit down and like examine themselves. We reject this, we accept this. I said, no, not also constitutional process there.
Well, it seems we don't pass that stage there now because the minister talk about already the issues that went on to entrench clause could go to parliament. And one of the first issues that we didn't get for deal with they resume from the recess. And the one that went to entrench clause, we could get a referendum before elections in 2020.
So that's the thing. So even this process, I don't talk to a number of other civil society activists that we say they don't know what's in the happen. So the constitutional review process now as it is, shrouded in secrecy. And this is not a political system. Constitution, not a constitution of one political party. It's a constitution of all the interest groups. Most of the media houses go tell you, say they don't even know who that are the committee members, who side in the seat, what's in the up to. Constitutional review process, when in the seat for being in public. Everybody for able
the minister
access.
said that they roll out the engagement and discussion on some of the things.
Who that then they roll out?
Government. It's now office directly at the handle
So
this.
before now we know say something and be on the happen. What do you mean not happen before now? So we're looking again. We'll look forward to the rollout of the engagement process. But like I say, constitutional review process is a people's process.
What do you expect? What do you go expect for C to be done the right way?
Okay, so a number of things. So, for example, I know say campaign for good governance. Then we don't put out a white paper where then they call on a number of things and where the white paper of this government we don't left out. Where then once let then consider, right? And puts them back because those were recommendations made by the people. So when I put them at the white paper, when I send all things to parliament, let parliament when are the people's representatives debate them. If they want the way not get for do it entrench, then can accept or reject it. In all lie in own power. Because those recommendations were not made for let the executive can accept or reject. They were made for let the executive tabulate them, put them down in a white paper and send them to parliament. And then parliament can debate them. The one the way they want for accept, they accept, and the one the way they want for reject, reject it. And the one the way want for amend entrenched clauses and put them for referendum. That is what we're expecting. Right?
You're looking forward to participate in the process when
Absolutely. In fact, at some point, I don't even privately mention to the AG, say, beyond my activism, constitutional law and my expertise. I want
Mm.
for offer. So I worked with CGG on that white paper.
Okay.
I worked with National Elections Watch on a white paper also in terms of the system. So we look at the PR system. So all of these are things that we should have a serious conversation on.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you on that. I think it should be
And if you
people-led.
open them up to public for lab, etc., it helps all of us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you want a constitution where people would not think that this is pro-regime document.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You want to let all political parties feel say this is a constitution where it reflects all we views.
Yes, that's very important. What are you view about, President Bion at the state opening of Parliament on 7th August talk about a proposal, say we get a dialogue on, the PR system being extended to the executive and public service. What are your view on that? We don't get this conversation about power sharing, how overshape the power and all of that. What are your view on that?
I think it's not a bad concept, Laman. I think, all due respect, I think the winner takes all culture don't really make politics some kind of a fearful game, whereby one regime they come and feel like the other people away then carry place, they feel excluded entirely. And it's a resource fight. So the one that will not get access to the resources of states now, they go find all kind of way for disrupt the one that will get access to
You
resources.
think, say, the power sharing to the executive and public service is a good idea?
I think so. I mean, with all due respect to other people who disagree, I think so. And I think, say, President Biowe don't think about the power sharing or extending the PR to the executive arm of government for lead by example, right? President Bio gets, I think, 3 more years. I would expect that before the end of the year, a change in cabinets fundamentally, he bring people, competent people from opposition parties, give them critical role. So, for example, if you give the opposition, say, we address energy crisis, I don't left on hand. Una not call me there again. Una address them. So if una fail now, you guys will not go on the campaign trail and say that government fail on energy. I don't give una. Water resources are give una address them. My own party go take agriculture, would address civics and communication. We go get in charge of defense because Namina the commander-in-chief. We go handle aspects, bring small political parties and give them critical institutions for run. At the end of the day, if that regime they fail, no opposition party no go turn around and say we give our government to fail. Because wait a minute, no, I call now for all work. Now you are gear energy. Now you are say run water resources, right? So it's a model that if the president don't conceive them, let lead by example. I would expect before the end of the year, changing cabinet fundamentally, bring people away now, not just opposition, but competent opposition figures. And I know say the opposition parties and get competent people away, we can easily fill some of them critical roles.
The conversation is about how possibly we legislate this. As a lawyer, a constitutional lawyer as well, how you think, say, we go legislate? You've been mentioned about the fight mostly is about access to the resources. How do we legislate this?
So I think, say, once we have a constitution, we contemplate that one day, and once we include them, because you get a whole provision in the executive. Now, as it is under the 1991 constitution, the president can get the prerogative for hire, whether it please, and then for fire. So that's why you say it has pleased the president for hire you, it has pleased the president also for replace you as well. So similarly, if you have a constitution where provides, say, the president get power for appoint, but in setting up his cabinet, if we ensure, say, executive appointees at least maybe 30%, maybe 40%, their appointees and they are being fielded by registered political parties and we attain a certain minimum, right? I know say the PR system now not about 11.5 or
Yeah.
11.6.
They say they take member for reduce them.
For reduce them because obviously na SLPP and APC no more possibly go get that margin there. If you reduce them, you can also get smaller political parties will get competent. But here's the thing: imagine somebody run as a political party, you get over 30%, and you know get any representation of government. I think say we need a system. If you get 30% of the population will vote for you, even if you no win, you for at least get 30% within government. We for sit on a cabinet, right? Because mind you, then 30% of people will vote for that presidential candidacy and in vision. Now people will believe in them, right? So if you get equal number in a cabinet, also it go mean say opposition party then go get less tendency for cause disruption because now they sit in government, and you know when you sit in government, you also your people will have access to resources. Then go to pay them. We mean say their opposition strongholds and then self then pots then go.
Is
to
it
burn.
about resource sharing? Or is it about having an effective governance system? We go address the problems we don't talk about.
I think it's both. So you can still get competent government, but also the realities and practicalities. Remember, say if you didn't have in opposition 10 years, nothing they come. Sometimes they go disgruntled for no reason because pots don't dry. But if they get a man in a government 30% and they run 30% of the government, then they go back to the stronghold, they're able to give rest, they're able to turn, they're able to boil water, etc. Then serve the tension they can down small. So it's a model that I think say once president don't conceive in this way, let lead by example.
And you think say,
and I think say in the constitutional review process now that we get, once we get a provision of the constitution, presidents will be compelled where they appoint now for give 30% to opposition appointment.
Augustine Soyi Mara, a pro-democracy activist, human rights activist, and president of Lawyer Society, believes say the proposal of President Bill now something we go address with governance issue in sharing power and sharing the resources.
Absolutely. I stand by that view, and I think say made a call on the president for take the first step, and then just say because now he's given a blank check, so he can appoint anybody. You know, similarly, you know, under President Koma, where Mohamed Bangura and Medina other political they appoint him, right? So that 10 day been look shocking for like you Ministry of Information to opposition, you know, one party opposition leaders them, right? So imagine if you left feed salon to the opposition and say, this is my flagship. Now here I don't give una now, una deliver on them. This is what I believe in. And also una don't criticize the sector, una don't raise concern, una deliver. I give una energy, now una own. Una deliver. Make it still manage defense, I still get me presidential information, infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. Right? I think once that is done, it bring political parties and closer. Because it means say una young people also sit in cabinets. Then political party friction there go reduce. You go see more and more politicians they go talk because now they all serve in government. And once you legislate them, once you get constitutional provision, I think in the long run,
then they not go affect say an effective opposition in the country because everybody might you go get proliferation of political parties them. I believe so if I get 30%, I'll get cabinet position or position within governance and myself enjoy from the resources.
No, but I think say forget 30%. We just talk about 11 point something percent.
But the minister been saying they get for reduce them anyway.
Yes, so me think say in terms of cabinet representation, I think that the percentage should be a little high. Right? Because if you reduce them, you can get a proliferation of political parties.
Yeah.
Where they easily can able get 5%, and then say, wait a minute, we also forget share.
Yeah.
But I think say you should not exclude 30 when somebody get 30%. It's such a critical number. Even if you not get 30% of a cabinet slot, but let it get some representation. I don't think say it go basically affect opposition landscape, right? Because, for example, what you can do is to come to the people and say, we then at this government, then give you energy, we don't ensure say we don't address energy. The other sectors then demand, they have not addressed. So now vote we now, we ensure say we address other critical infrastructure.
It's a model that needs to be discussed. It sounds
absolutely,
interesting,
it's
you know?
not without its faults,
Yeah.
but it's something that we should. And for me, if President do we go now look at the practicalities even before legislation and say, this model, if I know, and then we can able for analyze them and then fine tune them before we legislate them.
If President call you for serve, will you serve?
Right now, I'm serving the Lawyer Society.
No. If he call you right now, say Augustine, you don't.
No. So by the Constitution of Lawyer Society, I can't serve.
But you can resign.
No, I don't want to resign.
No,
So
I'm
again,
asking now.
No,
If the president calls you, you will not serve.
No position in government.
You get presidential ambition?
I'm 40.
Yeah, no, I'm asking. I know
I'm
you.
40 and I'm ambitious.
You get presidential ambition?
I'm 40 and I'm ambitious.
Yeah, I know. You can be ambitious, say, okay, I want to be Chief Justice, I want to be Attorney General. What the ambition? Is it to be president of Sierra Leone?
I've not thought about presidential ambition for 2028.
But you get presidential ambition?
I think that from we conversation throughout from Renaissance days, we believe, say, certain people are change agents. And for me now, serving Lawyer Society, I'm a focus now. And I believe, say, as the years roll by, I would also have a conversation with myself, with my family, and with friends, and see whether are competent enough for us a bigger ambition beyond this.
What do you think about the PR, the first party? We still get this conversation about elections, you know.
Yeah.
And I could say, you know, one policy way don't challenge, you know, the ban would have been put on people not using vehicle elections. Say you win that case, say, in a Supreme Court, and go find forget you thought about what do you think, say, for be electoral elections model in 2028. You know, just 5 years after we get in the conversation again about which kind of election we forget.
Yeah, I think Semina one party people will be opposed to the PR. And I think they are opposed because not because the PR in itself is a faulty electoral system, but I feel like Salon don't get that political maturity there for let we hand with destiny over to political parties them for do a list of people them. Normally those lists, you know, they even see them. You just they see the political party in symbol on the ballot, you vote for them, and then they fill the candidates them for you. Right? So you're stuck. But with the constituency system, I get to, for example, look at the candidates and say, even though I think, say, I want to vote for party A for presidency, I not quite believe in them parliamentarian. So I would rather vote for party B for them, you know, parliamentarian, because I believe in that parliamentarian day specifically. With the PR system, that choice, you know, yeah, so the entire destiny day in the hands of the political party. And also with the PR system, that proximity where parliamentarians get with the people, not they. Because if you now like nobody is assigned to a particular constituency really. You just generally get, you know, candidates for free tongue. You know, those aspects, whose community, whose area. Where before now, you been get parliamentarians away, for example, if bridge don't they begin they shake, you can reach out to a parliamentarian and call them out specifically on that one day. Right? So I think that we do not quite yet have that political maturity for the PR system. Because if we don't able to develop political parties and for don't develop into institutions where then don't become democratic institutions. But today we talk about democratic governance within the two major political parties. We see what happened recently with SLPP, them convention and lower level elections and all the violence and disruptions. You also waiting the Apple APC before now, court actions, etc. So then political parties are not quite mature it. So if you left hand at the end, you see say a lot of manipulations. And we get a number of stories about how people name them, how they make their way into the list and right. So I think that constituency system been kind of effective, and while PR system perhaps getting your merit, I don't think that we're quite there yet.
Yeah, but you agree with the PR proposal from the president for cabinet and public service?
Correct on that. Now that make us say, and one of the arguments with the PR now that we know we need forget fresh elections, for example, runoff, and cost, violence, and what have you. I mean, to be honest with you, maybe it's something that I would have a change of heart on as conversations continue. But I've been somebody, from the last term, the introduction of the PR system, we've been thinking we're not quite there yet. But obviously the PR system in and of itself, not to a system way bad at all. Okay. It's a system that would, if properly implemented, can serve a lot of good, because the idea is political parties them can able bring forward the best of the best, don't scrutinize them. So they don't leave the responsibility now of the scrutiny to political parties. So once you give a list, we owe assurance that you don't give it the best of the best. Yeah. But again, we talk about political parties the way the internal problems and so on, but pass the country safe.
So give and take, you say we need for try the PR, but in a better way where the people will be involved in order for choose for dinner the list.
Perhaps.
Or more transparency
in how you choose, and then also for reduce the
threshold.
The threshold.
Okay.
I think the threshold high for even smaller political party, because not so SLPP and APC no more. You get smaller political party. In other places, you get some political parties on and you just establish them based on climate change.
Yeah.
Now they don't focus no more. So even if now one person again a parliament, so now no more. Anytime legislation come, you forget a climate change focus.
Yeah.
Now no more. Okay. So every time you get a conversation on maybe youth's involvement or gender equity, now that person there. Right? So that make it good for get smaller political parties, because then can able for enrich conversation. So that make I think say one of the things that I would recommend that we get the lower the threshold, so that we can able get more political parties now parliament, rather than just the SLPP, APC, and I think NGC.
No, when SLPP, APC no more.
Yes, NGC get councillor.
Yes, they get councillor. Yes, but finally, there is this debate as well about redistricting and also, creating new localities in Freetown. I know Lawyer Society get a position on that. Yeah. And, the minister been there yesterday, said and they start the dialogue today. Now, the discussion, engagement, consultation, city council. The mayor repeatedly don't say, this isn't right. This is not something that we should do. The minister self-getting on justification. Una still hold on to una position on that?
Yeah, I think we position clear. We think this is a whole entire political process. This not get nothing for do with resource mobilization or access or service delivery at all. This is a political process. The same thing way APC been do, where they carrying Falaba, and the same thing SLPP want for do with Banda Juma and Panguma. It's the same thing. So we just get different regime with the same script. And mind you, also with Freetown, the dynamics is such that the current regime feels say not to the stronghold, and so dividing up the city would weaken, that political hegemony with the opposition. That's a reality. That's a reality. So all these policy highfalutin, they fall for them. If na service delivery, bang, we for don't see say you allocate resources to the councils, and over again you see say the councils not they deliver, but then the councils and the complaints say allocation not they come at all. You know, so I think that this is a conversation, and I'm happy that they don't announce their engagement. We don't call on lawyers them for ensure say they go there so that we can have our voices heard on the matter. Capacitate what we have already. You know, in fact, by the way, we have also called for a reversal of what the APC been do with Karine and Falaba. Because when you create them thing and day, you create a system where they create political advantage. So now that make you get some side na maybe the Northwest, where the number smaller compared to Southeast. Then get greater number, but not the same.
Yeah, not the same. Then get representative in a parliament.
Parliaments, yes. Even though the numbers they're unequal. So I think that advantage that was created by APC should be reversed. I would support them in reversing that, but I would not support them in creating something where APC maybe in the future will come to power and say, okay, we save the card too. Where do we stop? Where do we end this, right? So I am thinking reverse Falaba and Karine. Nothing not on change na Karine from where they set up Karine.
The minister said they get hospital now, they get clinic, then they can do the road and all that.
I mean that's laughable, right? So similarly, I think say what they are trying to do for Freetown municipality is a political process. Capacitate what we have, devolve them functions and they where the local government legislation acts say should be handled by local councils. But you not devolve. You still hold on to them powers and they. So devolve them, give them capacity, and then let we come scrutinize them, let we can analyze them and say with all devolution, with all resources allocated, we still not get output from them. Well, until then, we think this is an entirely political process where only they seek for give the regime in power a political advantage.
Well, this is a conversation they will going to continue. The Minister of Information was here instead of getting position on this, and we get for open up the debates. We big debate session them as we they roll out. You know, so we'll get people like Augustine Mara and other people them. They'll get a conversation, because what we believe is the more we let the public understand what's in the happen and what's in our position them on issues them. There are things where you don't agree with government this morning. And that is what I keep saying sometimes. You know, it don't mean say for the old people them accountable, we are enemy of the state. No, we are not. No. We're part of the governance, infrastructure. You need people them with the old people them to account. People already agree, say, yes, this is right, but we can do it this way. That's not the conversation, and that democracy provide for.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, we all go just sit on more, left people, let them go. So, therefore, open up the conversation there and get the inputs of the people. Because for me, like you say, the things that the government they do, for be centered around the people. If for be the people and forget a say which what's in the happen. Because it's about me. If you want divide Freetown, let get to say as a Freetonian. Let me fumble them down, Kanike, down by the sea. Let them feel, say, yeah, we're part of this conversation. If politicians can go na Kanike, don't then remote community them for campaign during election. If you want to bring a new policy, what's wrong for you go there and talk to them. Yeah, we've opened up the space and talk. Now that's what they try for doing at the morning devotion and truth media. But thank you so much. What I hope for Salone?
I pray and hope that we would have such a great number of people we go understand say the way we the direction where we country they take unless we get as many people as possible we come on board and push the boundaries of change, we would never get to that place. And people not for shy away from them conversations here. People not for shy away from holding government to account, but also people not for shy away from within government, for look governments within and say, no, I don't think we're doing the right thing, or I think that we should do better. Because I think most of them conversations here internally, some of we know they we need people also within, you know. So me hope now that we would have many people who are honest and who are country driven, way for dinner government, way for able for look the presidency, way for able for look at the legislative branch of government and say we can do better for the people of Sierra Leone. Way for able for stand up for the people. For able for defend from within.
That's the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Wherever you do, I think it might not be the Renaissance again, but that the ideology
Absolutely.
of whosoever people in day. You forget them people that we go say no, we think say this is not right.
Yes.
And that the only way to get society, not for be perfect, but for be better, you know, for serve everybody in interest. I can say the political parties not just the vehicle for drive development and all. But the bigger picture is, Umaru can say, not in a power you push for a law or a policy where we left power, that law they go only bambai.
Absolutely.
We don't see that day.
We don't see
that happen at this country.
I don't see a number of times.
Yeah.
You know, interestingly, I share a story before we go. It was in public. Remember say one, you know, remember Paulo when he was Minister of Deputy Minister of Defense.
Yes.
We go clean the gallows and all that, blah blah blah. And then he been in a prison one time, and then he made a complaint saying, "No get access to him book and prison condition."
Yeah.
I said, "Wait a minute, you were there, you served."
Yeah.
You know,
It was internal affairs minister.
Well, yeah. So you for treat prison as though you dey prepare them for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Where ordinary prisoner forget rights and access. You know, I just finished reading Nelson Mandela in prison letters and keep him 27 years. You know, all the years and then my mommy the rights letter now prison. You know, was given opportunity for rights.
Yeah.
So for treat with prisoners there as though na minister they would incarcerate.
Yeah.
Once you do that there, you dey prepare yourself. Say whenever you go there, they go treat you as though
you know citizen, it's
Correct.
not just
Yes.
you
Yes,
status,
yes,
you know,
you're a
and if,
citizen.
like you say, if you prepare yourself for anything with
anything.
Now that have been they say this morning about healthcare. What would it mean you see the president gonna connot? Say now then do me checkup, now they administer treatments to me, then treat me for whatever, or I can do me regular medical. Now yeah.
Absolutely.
How will that turn?
Absolutely,
It builds
absolutely.
trust in the system.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. It's I mean, leadership by example and the best
Yeah,
model.
yeah.
That's the best model.
Yeah.
So if you talk say you don't improve on free quality education, you make sure say for example all who that in a government, then picking and they and then public schools.
yeah.
You know, call a register of all this in picking there, this in picking there throughout the system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When then they go first boku kumbrade we don't care go them picking in a private school, say look then go back in a public school. Before you know that one day, you will be building public schools because sign no go there for contain people.
contain again.
That's the best example. And once you do that day, you get a vested interest now for get good teachers them, better system them for rollout.
Yes.
That's the best model.
Now like say you can't be a cookie seller.
And then you need
You
to
go buy, or you know the headmaster of the school. You picking it, they go to the school. So I can give practical example about leadership and leading by example.
Yeah.
You know the BO cap.
Yeah.
And our president dress.
Yeah.
The Africana stuff.
Yeah.
Watch people in government.
Yeah, they all don't take her. Yeah.
Watch how they
Yeah,
dress.
yeah.
That is a practical example. Say people where they serve,
Yeah.
they follow the leader.
Absolutely.
Then one for look like him,
Yeah.
one for act like him,
Yeah.
one for lay, then see themselves in him. It's a reflection. I can say the leadership, the presidency is a reflection of political appointees.
Absolutely.
If the president, they take bribe,
Yeah.
people that we appoint, definitely go say, Bola pull the pan your coat.
Yes.
But if they know the pan or they encourage
Even though not to the paying court self.
exactly, yeah. If they know this is something the PA frowns at,
Yeah.
the PA doesn't accept this.
Yeah.
They need to try.
They need to try.
But not like the home. If
Yeah.
you begin no say 8 o'clock, if we're then at table they study,
Yeah.
once you don't imbibe that day now, then see I'm in you. Then they practice them.
Yeah.
That is how leadership is for me. I did say I'm again. Watch how President build the dress, watch people in governance, how they dress.
Yeah.
It's a simple example.
Maybe they just meet up and tell her.
Yeah, well, because then Cisse, you know, then get this, his brand is the Biocap and Elect Africana, a lot of it.
Yes.
You they see a lot of them, they...
And I think the Africana really fits with president.
Yes, it does. Me and somebody, they get the conversation. We go Burkina Faso, we could. The person was saying...
say, no, why?
Why? The president looks...
Africana really
it looks... And it's na own brand. And the posture.
Yeah.
And,
so this is something we agree about the presidency. Africana yes, Africana fit.
So somebody knows say always and they oppose the president. yeah. But that's it. The president is our president. You know, like Augustine say, you know, some of the things that we don't go through for the previous governments. I just read Facebook, they remind me a few days ago about a post where I make of former President Nkrumah sending Dr. Samuel Kamara to the UN and not his vice president then, Chief Sam Sumana.
Yeah.
I was very critical about it. That's clearly indicating the fight between them.
Yeah.
And I can recall me not being the only reporter then we asked in a State House, former President Nkrumah, about what's happening between him and vice president.
Wow.
After the program, the vice president came. It shook my hands. Thank you. You know, because it was something. I've been the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Nobody know and talk about it. But we've been boldly.
Of course,
we were talking about it. And at that day, we don't imbibe in we self. Say sometimes the things people don't want to talk about, we should raise them respectfully. It's part of we responsibility and rights.
Absolutely.
And you self as citizen get a responsibility and rights. You know, you don't need for wait till something happen. Even if na you party in a power, where you go na hospital, they ask you for show party card. Where lights they come and they choose which political party host they get them. It's for all of us. So the president is our president. There is nothing wrong to hold him accountable, to ask questions respectfully. He's the fountain of honor and we leader. But not like us, you papa self, you know, I not say we don't grow up in our society. Say, no look us in a year, no ask a question, a big one. But that is changing. Society is changing. And we committed to this. And Augustine is committed to that. He's still here.
Thank you.
You know, even with all the challenges we did and we inspire ourselves and the movement. We're building a movement, not Renaissance movement, but the movement of citizens believing that they have the power because now we then they can't for votes. Thanks so much, Augustine Soriseng Bemara. We don't get a very good conversation on the devotion this morning. A lot of people, there over 400 people watching and commenting. It's been good, and that's what we promise to provide here for anybody for come and talk. I still look forward for you, Elkas Sano of the judiciary. They look forward for you for come. For Carlo can discuss about the judiciary as well. Now they end the morning devotion, but before we go, I want to call on the president again. That school land, 22,000 United States dollars. Let me just watch the video. Usai then sell. Usai they want build where house. You know, the government land. Na been the Muslim Agency mission then Guinea them build this school, a primary school na Kisi. Aja Danke then na them be advocate for this. This na the land if you can see. Na the field land they usai they want sell. They don't sell already. They want build. You know, warehouse. They don't sell the documents. I see they go around social media now. They don't sell. Somebody don't begin go bill. The community don't rise up. Say no, we don't think say this ideal. You can't have a warehouse in a compound so you get secondary school, kindergarten, primary school. It's not right. We need for think. You know, you need for think. That's environment not conducive. So they beg the president, Padua. They beg. Them picking them. You are champion of human capital development, free quality education. This is what is happening. Honorable Alpha Khan is aware of this. He's been there. The community still, they say no. Work they go on at the place, but the community, they say no. We don't think say this is right. And at the end of this program, with that video, we talk about land issues. You know, now we're going for play with the end of the program. But I want to thank all viewers them and listeners them. On 103.9, on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you so much for the support and believing in us, you know, coming to watch us and listen to us. Thanks to my guest this morning, Augustine, for joining me at the program. And we hope say some of the issues that we would raise could be addressed and we will follow up on them and discuss them further. Thanks to my colleagues, the technical and production team. Mina Amadou Lamrana Ba, you boy picking from Kisi. Augustine for ring the bell, I think so. You ring the bell for close the devotion this morning. Just twice, yes, just singing and twice. Thank you so much. Yes, that now so we end the class today, the Truth Morning Devotion on 103.9 FM. The program they start tomorrow at 6:30. Friday edition as we close the week. Today we meet back, but don't forget, the they do be sincere, honest, trustworthy, serve your conscience, love Salon as you love yourself. But in everything, stand for the truth and believe say, now the truth the last. Have a lovely day and enjoy yourself. Stay peaceful in whatever you do. Bye-bye.
The Eid Mandem, we get forget meeting. We don't get meeting before, but we get forget another meeting. The Ministry of Lands get for did it. Because when I just said the land pity fatter, I'm going to have a meeting with the Ministry of Lands. Then it demand them, everybody with some parliamentarian, the way they sell land. And even then judges, the way they involve in the wrong way. We will respect the independence of the judges, but we will have to call them to order. This is not done. We cannot run a country like this.
And when you want to enjoy them,
It demanded.
just tune your radio. You go hear the drama. We man them the the drama. Now FM Salon every day. I keep in a party, me say every day. Radio station. For all the politicians, me say right down day. The party king well, the party king jam. I see them. The talking plenty and the shocking one. So argument. Ruling party king day. Opposition themselves king day. I tell you. Third first king day. Vuvuzela themselves king day. This now we party. Political party. For all the politicians, me say right down day. Because I want to make them know say politics don't put me the end. Ruling party. Now politics don't put me the end. Opposition. Now politics don't put me the end. Now politics don't put
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.